Disclaimer. We are regular guys who love to talk Bone Thugs and Harmony. We do not represent Bone Thugs or any Bone affiliate. We are also not Bone Thugs experts. The views and information you hear in this podcast may be based on personal opinion. Please feel free to leave corrections and clarifying information in the comments. And enjoy. What's up, y'all? It's Cecil West, Beyond the Harmony, beyondtheharmony.com, back again with the one and only
John Leprechaun, and went to school with nothing on. Lippy!
And he is the co-hosting, coast-to-coasting, come-up creeper, never sour, always sweeter, ladies and gentlemen.
I am Matthew Weaver.
And this is Beyond the Harmony Live, the number one undisputed, undefeated, original Bone Thug podcast in the world. Cecil West here. I am sick as a motherfucker, y'all, but we're here. We've only been meeting once a month. I was like, it would be crazy for me to try to cancel and reschedule because of a little bit of sickness. So here we are, boys. DJ Caipo in the house tonight. Bring him on here in a little bit, and
holy cow, Cecil West on camera.
Yeah, well, you know, the Florida situation can change a person.
Yeah, look at you now, right?
You know,
I can see you got tan.
Hey, you know, they saw me in person there, so I just figured, fuck it.
Yeah,
I seen you in a pair of palm trees and two guys standing around. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Heard it was out there somewhere.
I feel delusionally sick, so I feel like I'm on some lippy shit right now anyway.
Well, to throw you for a lippy loop, I'm curious to know, because in between the last episode and this episode, we've had episodes within the episodes in the Discord. But welcome to the West Side. So when we do these Discord jams, which, by the way, if you guys want extra Beyond the Harmony, you never know when it's going to happen in the Discord. Become a member. And how are you fitting those in your mind? Because some of those went like 2 to 3 hours. We covered tons of topics.
On what?
On what? Discord, on the Discord chat, live voice chat. We did like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, speaking of that, usually after the show, we do a live after party in the Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord, you're going to want to join it. We'll have Lippy or somebody put an invite in the chat. But yeah, those are, you know, that's just like a side quest, baby. That's a side quest.
Okay. I mean,
it's just a brick in the building.
Heavy duty topics got covered, man. That's all I'm saying.
Good stuff gets covered.
History got made.
I wish the people, listen, the guys in the Discord are so great, and they'll dial into that Discord, but when I open the lines up for people to call, it's quiet as a church in this motherfucker. Why? Nobody knows why.
I guess it's preserved. But just another thing, too.
Is this the first episode since Orlando?
Yes. In fact, I was going to ask that, too. But no, the reason why it feels like it wasn't was because we've had 2 to 3 episodes within Discord talking up Bone. And so it, like, in my mind, I'm like, the last time we were live here was in Orlando. But we did 2 or 3 with the whole Skull and Crossroads Society, Discord Club, Beyond the Harmony. And so my mind is all intertwined now. There's multiple, it's the multiverse of Beyond the Harmony now.
Just a little throwback. The last time I was this sick and we did a show was Soulja Boy Live, to which the whole time I thought I was muting myself as I was coughing and clearing my throat, and I was only muting myself on one channel, so Soldier Boy couldn't hear it, but the whole chat could. So if I ever do something like that again, motherfuckers, say something. Use your words. That's the last time I was this sick on a chat.
If you hear something, say something. The last time I was sick was with that Sin interview, the very first Sin interview, man. I'm talking flew all my. That was probably the original OG COVID 18 before COVID 19. Yeah.
Well, before we bring Caipo on, I think the big thing that's going on right now to talk about is it was just announced there was talks about it. There was a little bit of grumblings about it that we were going to see Bone and Wu-Tang. Even when it was said, I was just like, yeah, fucking right. Whatever. But here we are. It was just announced that Bone is joining the Wu-Tang Final Chamber tour as the opener. So it's Wu-Tang's tour, so it's not like the Thuggish Ruggish Mafia tour where I feel like that was more of a split thing. It's the way I'm understanding it's the final leg of the final Wu-Tang tour.
It's the Final Chamber Encore.
Okay. Yeah. With Bone.
Yeah, featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony on most of the dates. There's a few that are festivals or
right.
places that Bone can't get into, maybe.
Hey, Joe Cal starting us off strong. Dropping the I believe that's $50. Is that what I see?
Oh,
Joe Cal out the fucking
Cal.
gate with $50.
doing it.
Always showing love. From Florida to now.
I wanted to do, yeah. Well, first, hey, Florida now. Big shout out to the Skull and Crossroads Society, Joe Cal, Crepton We Came, Live 21, Cold Blooded, Clever, Brian Jordan, Matthew Weaver, Cecil West, Jonathan Lippy, RC Thugsta, doing it. And next year, 2027, we're gonna have to do it again. Some of y'all didn't fill out that survey in the Discord, so I don't know, man. I don't know what we gonna do. But just
Tell them what the survey is, though. That might get them to sign up.
Yeah, so I ran a survey just to find out the demand on if we want to expand this year, and didn't see that many responses. Maybe it was probably if I put it in the general, it might have got seen, but I figured it might have got flooded out because that general discussion, you go away for 5 minutes and you come back, you got to scroll, man. So it was in the Beyond the Harmony 2027 meetup, but the poll ended. So I'll create a new poll just to find out because we're trying to figure out head count to figure out what we want to do for 2027, which venue we want to select. Are we going to keep the same spot? We going for a bigger spot? We need to know. So
to be fair, the Discord is huge.
Indeed.
And so if you're a casual Discordian, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, I think once Cecil gets the whole lineup for what to expect for 2027, I think maybe it'll make more sense for a lot more people. Just another thing I wanted to mention, this past week, 2 weeks, however long it's been, somebody had requested like, hey man, you ever going to finish Inside a Busy Mind? Well, we've been doing it. All the chapters are queued up. Special thanks to Cecil West for knocking out those pictures for me. And it's all narrated up there. For members of the channel, you could see the whole thing. If you're not a member, it's going to get released day by day. So if you can't stand to wait, join Beyond the Harmony Skull and Crossroads Society membership for YouTube. You'll be able to see the whole entire book.
Yeah, so Bone and Wu-Tang, it's going down. Matt, when does that kick off?
I think it's September. I think it's early fall tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
they're
big.
Expensive too. It's a Wu-Tang level tour that they could do without an opener. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's special that Bone Thugs is there. But they're big venues, so it's like big prices.
Yeah.
Maybe not like way up in the stadium seats, but it's not for the faint of heart.
For sure.
Hey, a secret cheat code though, at least at the Seattle show last year, for round one of Final Chamber, Ray and Ghostface had an after party, quote unquote after party, It was less money than the concert, and it was basically a rap show at a club. So, a bunch of them were there, and I didn't go to the actual show. I just went to that.
I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring Mrs. West with me, and she. I I don't know what the fuck she knows about Wu-Tang Clan. I know she knows a lot about Bone now. I don't know what the fuck she might know about Wu-Tang Clan. No matter what, she's about to sit through Bone and Wu-Tang. It makes me question, like, I wonder how long Bone is going to have for a set. Obviously, Wu-Tang is going to do I've been to Wu-Tang shows, bro. They do 1,000 solo songs, and then they do 1,000 group songs. I mean, it's like the concert that never ends.
It goes all night. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Did you spare Mrs. West with the bone, or has she got the full bone treatment where
Well, like,
or you guys smarter?
nah, like sometimes it's just like, well, she sees it. She comes, if she comes into the podcast room, it's over. You know what I mean? There's just bone shit everywhere. There's fucking, when she walked in and there was a Mo Thugs display from the 90s, like a CD display all set up, she was just like, I'm not surprised, So in the car, it's like, I try to be pretty diplomatic, in the car, but once in a while it's just got to go down,
Did you do we have any giveaways for tonight's spin the block later on tonight to
Yeah,
keep
of
people
course.
hanging around?
Tonight, if you're a member of the Skull and Crossroads Society, we are going to be giving away a copy. These just dropped. For all my collectors out there, we have a copy of Caipo Chronicles Chapter 1, and that will be happening tonight. If you're a member of the Skull and Crossroads Society, you will be eligible to win that. Those just started landing. People just started to get those. They're super limited, and we were probably as soon as Caipo put them up, I was like, bro, let us get some copies. I'm about it.
And they're all signed. They look really, really good, man. This is fresh looking. This is classy looking, man. So we got a couple of these to give away tonight, I think, right? There's the signature.
It's fire.
Dope looking.
He's killing it.
Shout out to Caipo. He's in the chat right now. So
Nice.
Appreciate it, man. Those look really nice.
Well, we're gonna bring him on here in just a couple minutes. I know everybody was waiting to know. We decided to have. I wanted to kind of have the lead up to Lazy Bone. I actually had some other guests I wanted to do, but before we got to Lazy Bone, I wanted to have like the whole team lead up, But I've had to work with like Lazy's schedule a little bit, so I at least got one. There was like two other ones. I was like, okay, if I can get like Caipo and then this guy and then this guy and then Lazy, it would be like the whole Harmony House rollout. But I'm working with the schedule that I got. The good news for the fans is we're gonna do Caipo tonight, and then 2 weeks from now on the 10th, knock on wood, that's when we're scheduled to bring Lazy Bone, El Berna, on. So he'll be on the 10th of April, so 2 weeks from today. So gives me 2 weeks to prepare for what will be the biggest interview in the 8 years of Beyond the Harmony history.
Wow.
So this is part of the rollout.
And man, indeedy. Just also let everybody know, if you're a member of the channel, flex your icon. You'll see Jonathan Lippy's got the red B. The color of the letter changes the longer you've been a member. So people that know they know if you're OG or not by the color of your letter. But by the way, also YouTube modified the algorithm now. Now they're pushing like boomers that are retired, giving retirement advice. And so we could use all the help you all could get by liking and passing on, linking, sharing links to other people too. YouTube be hating.
Oh yeah, I guess again, call to action. I think we proved the call to action works like a motherfucker too. So take the time right now to like this video if you haven't done it. Share, drop a comment, all the good YouTube shit that they want us to do. It's hilarious, but yeah, the call to action, man. It's the most basic thing, but it was proven to work. So I think it's time. I think we bring in, let's bring in Caipo. We get the party started. Let's see if we can get him in here.
while you're bringing them in, while I was picking the CDs up from PO
They
box,
look great.
I was bumping Chasing the Devil, and that track Devil's Deal. Crazy wrote that so amazing, man. That is so well written, so well performed. It has the children's story intro from, like, he recreates the Slick Rick children's
Yeah.
story intro.
That
Really
was
good
fun.
song, Devil's Deal.
All right, I think we got him. DJ Caipo in the house. What's up, bro?
Yo,
Hey man,
how's it going?
welcome.
Yo, yo.
It's been a long time coming. It's pretty funny. I was telling the guys, I was like, man, years ago, because the show's been going on like 8 years now, and years ago I said something or did something, and Kaipo goes, hey man, why don't you interview some newer affiliates? And I was like, all right, come on the show, right? And he's like, nah, not me right now, but you should you should do some of the other guys, right? So I was like, all right, I'm a rock with what he said. So we had Rocky come on, we had Smokey the Bandit come on, but like the whole time, because Kaipo was the guy that said it, I was like, man, I really want to fucking interview him. But you didn't seem like somebody that was like doing a lot of interviews and trying to do media like that. So I'm excited to finally have you come on.
Yeah, it's a shy side of me. I don't do much interviews, but I'm down. I got to promote this album. Lazy wants me to promote the album,
Yeah.
and yeah, that shyness went away.
Yeah. Hey
So
man.
I'm ready.
It's good if you're gonna be the guy dropping these projects, you're gonna have to get out there and promote them, right?
Yeah, but these Bone fans know I like to talk my crap,
Hey,
and then groups.
I think that's cool though too, that you're I think that they appreciate when somebody's active, like you're active in the groups, and you're active on like BT&H board on Facebook and stuff like that. Like that's kind of cool. In the same time, it's like people see that you're in there and that you're paying attention. And a lot of times too, I think that gives the fans like a little bit of a voice. It's like you see
Right.
the things that they're saying and that they're feeling and everything. So.
Facts.
Well, look, man. We'll just jump in and we'll do the real basic stuff here. Just kind of because where there haven't really been any Kaipo interviews, right? It's like there's such little information out there, and I think that that's what's like the most exciting on my side is it's like, yeah, you can interview somebody that's got a million interviews, but it's like when you got somebody that never has, that's connected to the story, and it's like, and we'll get into this, but it's like, you've been part of the story now a long time. It's not like you're a guy that's been around like 2 or 3 years. Like you've been around a
Right.
very long time now. So for us to not have an interview, so I think it'll be good. Let's jump right in. You were born in what, Panorama City? Is that right?
Yes.
And you lived a good part of your childhood there, but you guys eventually ended up relocating to Temecula.
Yeah. After the Northridge earthquake in 93, 94.
Yeah, you were like what, like
94.
13?
About to be 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you kind of remember about like that and like the earthquakes and just like the impact on like the city and like your family and stuff like that? Because the little bits that you have shared about your life, like I noticed that is something that you always notate, is that event in your childhood.
So that was like the first big earthquake for me that, to have felt. We were living in an upstairs apartment, and it was like 3 in the morning. I want to say 3, 4 in the morning. I went up to use the bathroom, and then I laid back down, and the whole place just started shaking. I used to share a room with two of my sisters. They had a bunk bed. I had a pull-out bed. So all I remember is jumping up and seeing my dad like bust through the room, grab my sisters on both arms, and say, "Chris, go to the door." And then I go to the door and I'm looking outside and I see the streets just like a wave, and all the cars that are parked on the side just whoop. It
Wow.
was intense. It was it was intense, but great to see. Now I feel all these aftershocks in Temecula that they don't phase me. I'm just sleeping through
Yeah. But that was like the first one as a kid, and then you guys, was it because of the earthquake that you guys ended up relocating?
So funny thing is, my whole family was looking at property in Temecula before that happened, but they weren't ready to pull the trigger to move. But once that earthquake happened, like probably like between 6 to 8 months after the earthquake happened, um, they decided to move to Temecula.
So once you get to Temecula, you were just about to be 13. Like what kind of kid were you at 13? I mean, we know you as a DJ now, but like, I mean, were you a sports kid, the A+ student, the troublemaker? Were you into music then? Like, what kind of kid were you?
I've always been into music, actually. On my dad's side of the family, I have a lot of sound engineers, concert engineers. Actually, one of my uncles right now is a concert sound engineer for Gwen Stefani and
Oh wow,
Enrique Iglesias
hell yeah.
for I think about 15, almost 15 years now, maybe a little more. But I'm athletic as well. My whole family, very athletic. I was a soccer player and a basketball player, but I played all sports. So I didn't care. So I did get into trouble.
Happens to the best of us, bro.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, I can't complain. I have pretty good life so far.
I know, like, being in Temecula in that area, like, once you turn 21, like, I mean, so many people, you got into the nightlife and everything. Like, is that when you got into DJing, or did you get into DJing before you were 21? Like, at what point did you actually start to play with the wheels of steel and decide you were going to be a DJ?
That's a great question. Um, when I was about 19 or about to be 19, I got into some trouble, and I ended up not being able to get a job for quite some time. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened. So I got kicked out of my house. I got in trouble. I got kicked out of my house. Started hanging out with a close friend of mine and his girlfriend. They worked at a department store, and they were kind of on the bad side. So they got me to do something bad, do some shoplifting, and I got caught. Went to jail. When I got bailed out, my parents sent me to Peru. Lived out there for about a year and a half because my court date wasn't gonna be for a while at that time. So I got to live in Peru for a year and a half, and I played soccer every day for a whole year and a half. Came back, um, did my house arrest and all that. I couldn't get a job due to my background. And since I've been around music all my life, my parents are dancers and love music. I said, I think I want to become a DJ. So I had a friend that had turntables, and he threw a lot of house parties. I joined. I practiced at his house parties, and then I asked him to borrow his equipment for 3 years, and there we go. I became a DJ after that.
Was this something that, with everything that you're saying, right? It's like, you'd run into this trouble, everything like that. Like, was your family supportive of you saying, I want to be a DJ? Like, did they see that as,
No,
like, they were not? Okay.
no. I was told to go get a real job. That you're not gonna. They said you're gonna start it, but you're not gonna finish it. That's not gonna bring you no money. You're not gonna make a name out of that. You know how hard it is to be a DJ. And I said, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to show that I'm not gonna quit and that I am gonna make something of myself with it.
Is it something that so, I mean, it sounds like you saw it as like, this is something I can do full time, right? This isn't just a hobby. Like, you thought this could really be like what you're going to do. Like, this is what Chris Caipo is going to do with the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt once I started practicing for those 3 years and dedicated myself more and more. I believed in myself.
Yeah. It's like anything, right? It's like everything takes a certain amount of practice and time and earning your stripes, so to speak. I mean, for you as a DJ, I mean, I know you've kind of done it all, right? You've done nightclub residencies, you've done the wedding DJ, you've obviously been a DJ for Lazy Bone and members of Harmony House. I mean, do you think all these different pieces are essential to making a great DJ and helping them master the craft, is doing all these different pieces of DJing?
Ooh, um, I, I obviously I take DJing seriously, even now with these new DJs who don't practice and just bought a laptop and a controller and call themselves a DJ. But everything I've done to does it make you a great DJ, a good DJ? Yes. I mean, you learn so much. Being a concert DJ, a show DJ, um, has taught me a lot. Kind of scared me a little bit, but got me to not be so timid or scared, in public,
Yeah.
should I say. And I also got to see how the behind the scenes works, the drama, the fun. Of course, I've been on tour with Lazy, so um, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, and that's like, all those things are very different, right? Obviously, being a DJ for Lazy Bone is different than being a wedding DJ, but each of these things, you learn different skills, and they all kind of serve their purpose. Do you think that like that craft of being a DJ is that slowly getting lost with like now? I mean, they even have AI mixing, so these guys will pop up a laptop and a controller, and AI will literally like mix their BPMs and stuff. Is that like craft of being like a real DJ getting lost because of like this technology?
Yeah, now it's not. Technology has made it easy for anybody to become a DJ. Along with now, promoters don't even hire DJ for skill; they hire DJ for how popular are you in social media? Like, how many followers do you have? Are you good looking? And especially females. Females have it easy as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're all great females, though. Don't get me wrong. They're all
right.
great DJs.
Do DJs, how do they feel about Shaq Diesel doing all that EDM DJing? Are they in support of it? Are they hating on it? How do they feel? Do they love Shaq's getting it, or how do DJs feel about Shaq?
Oh, we love Shaq. I know Shaq personally, and he's amazing, and he's really DJing, so he's not faking it at
Yeah,
all. He really loves it.
he's killing it,
Um,
dude.
yeah, he's really good at it. Can't hate on the man.
Yeah. I love that Chip Fu co-signed him. He said that back when they did the Fushnicken song, that he said that Shaq really studied blending beats
Yes.
together, and he said had he not done that, he probably wouldn't have messed with him. But he saw that Shaq was really
Yeah, and that's what I
dedicated.
was
So
saying about like just like the craft, right? Like you can tell like whether it's him rapping or DJing. Like Shaq is somebody that studies the craft. He's not just trying to, Paris Hilton a laptop in front of him and say I'm a DJ and push play. Like he really wants to know what makes a DJ. And when we think about hip hop, the elements that make up hip hop, and obviously being a DJ is such a big piece of it. It's like it was never like it's so funny the way that it's like changed now to, it's almost like you could have anybody be the DJ now, right? For people, but like back then it's like you needed someone special that was going to be the DJ. Like they had to take the time to really learn this or they were going to be trash. And it's like if you had a great DJ who really knew how to like, blend, who knew how to mix, who knew how to like scratch, everybody around you was like, we got somebody special here. So it's like, I hope that these things don't get lost in time as we progress. Like the elements of hip hop are just like slowly kind of fading away in a lot of ways. Oh, did we?
I think he's on mute.
Oh,
Do you hear me?
yeah,
Can
there
hear
you
me?
are. We got you. Okay.
I said yes. That's a scary thing. I think about that every day. You
Yeah.
know,
I recently heard some song. I forget who it was, but some group had a killer DJ scratching it up like old school style, and it was great to hear just
Yeah, people doing
like
it
some
right.
in a new way. And
Right.
hearing it, I was just like, all right, somebody's keeping it alive. And this is so fly that I think other people are going to hear that and maybe just rekindle the whole entire craft all over again with a new twist, hopefully.
Yes, I hope so too. Vinyl sales are up. They've
Yeah.
been up for the past year. So hopefully new DJs get all in love with playing vinyl.
They say things come back around, right? It's like you see like even like and I think this is more for collectors, but like even like cassettes are like back up. Like so things come back around. So hopefully I think once you get so far in one direction, people are like, you'll fuck this. Like we're gonna want to see real DJs. You're gonna want to see somebody that is really doing it. So hopefully that's an art that we never see lost, because I think the real hip hop heads appreciate it. Fast forwarding 2011 ish, I may be right, a little wrong on the time,
Yeah,
but
you're there.
yeah,
You're there.
yeah. So you link up with Fuji's member Wyclef, and you become part of Warrior DJs. Can you kind of tell me about that experience, how that came about, and what exactly that was?
So it was a coalition of a bunch of DJs from across the nation. Um, to be honest, I feel bad right now because I can't remember his name, but I do remember his right hand person, Gigi Capone. They both hit me up. They liked my mixes at the time, and they asked me to join. So I joined. So we did a lot of online radio stuff, mixes, and it was just about to take off, and then Wyclef put a stop to it and could put his focus somewhere else, and that ended after probably 2 years.
Was it right around the same time? Was that roughly around the same time you started linking up with Lazy Bone? Was in that 2011 window?
Yeah, I think it was 2010, but yes, it was the same time that I met Lazy. I was meeting Lazy. We had a mutual friend. His name was Knuckles, and he was a promoter at a bar that I was DJing at, and he was bringing Lazy around here and there, but they were doing business together. And one night we booked Lazy for Halloween at the bar, and Lazy kept saying, "Man, you're a cold ass DJ. I really like the way you DJ. You're awesome. You want to go to the studio with me after this?" I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, let's go. Spent 24 hours with him recording the remixes with Nicki Minaj, um, Black and Yellow. Trying to remember the other songs that we did, but we did so many. Um, and then that very same session, he just said, I don't have a DJ, right?" And I said, "Yep. I'm looking for one. Would you like to be my DJ?" And then he said, "Under some conditions, you can't lie, can't steal from me, and let's have fun." And it's a done deal. Shook hands and never looked back. Ever since then, I've been working for Ryzin
That's
since
awesome.
2010.
Yeah. I think the earliest that I could find, I found like February 21st of 2011. It was the definition and meaning release party. So that was the earliest one I found. So it sounds like it was probably just like right before that these events had happened. So
Yeah, I did. I did the dub show. That was my first show with Lazy. I don't know if that was before or after that release party, but the dub show was my biggest show that I did, and I'm pretty sure it was before the release. Um, and that was fun,
so
nerve wracking, but fun.
once it was official, you're Lazy Bones DJ, and you're able to say that. Did that help you at all as far as like your regular gigs when you were booking like nightclubs or anything like that? Like did that help push any of those forward? Did you see any kind of like just bump in your popularity from that?
Well, to be honest, um, it definitely working for Lazy has helped me a lot. And at that time when I first started, I was low key already had a name for myself because I was supporting a lot of promoters at that time and a lot of different DJs from San Diego all the way to LA. So my name was out there as a DJ for my skills. But joining Lazy, yes, it definitely it definitely boosted years down the road. It definitely boosted my notoriety for sure.
At that point, you had done, like you said, you had done, a lot of nightclubs. You had been a resident in a bunch of different situations leading up to that. So a regular, weekly situation. But I know that shortly after that, you start to do like the touring life. I think you guys had like a pretty good sized tour in 2014. I know you did a huge one in 2016, covering like 47 states.
Yeah.
What were those experiences like for you in comparison to just being like, a resident DJ, right? I mean, we're talking two completely different worlds, being a weekly resident DJ versus I'm a touring every single night traveling act.
Are you asking me what happened to my residencies
Well,
when I went on tour?
so it's a combination, right? What happened to your residencies, and then like just like what was the difference in the contrast for you in going from like this residence life to traveling every night, touring DJ life?
It was a lot of fun, like the road part. But once you get to every venue, there's always something that goes wrong. There's, sound is messed up. Uh, everything that could go wrong does. But compared to residency, stuff goes wrong those nights too. Something, I don't know. I guess it's no different. The only difference is you're going from state to state and getting to visit all these places that you've never been,
Yeah.
instead of it's just being a DJ up and down California. I got to travel the whole nation in a bus. It was an interesting tour. The Harmony House tour, or Perfect Timing tour. My bad. Perfect Timing 2 was an interesting tour. But yeah,
That
it
was
was
a
good.
2016.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
the 2016.
because the perfect time in the first one was what, like 2014, something like that.
Y- yes, and I'll be honest, I didn't go to that one. I did do some shows, but I didn't go to that tour.
Like the full thing. So the
Yeah,
2016 was like the first one where you
yeah,
like fully.
yes.
Yeah.
First one, and of course, I was the only one that was on my first one. So you can imagine all the hazing that I was getting throughout
Yeah.
that whole tour. Which is why I call it interesting, because the pranks they pulled on me. Oh my, yeah. Well, I blame Rocky on that one. Rocky's planning for sure.
You DJ for Rocky as well, right? I mean, I know you do for the
Yeah,
Harmony House guys, but I know specifically like you DJ for Rocky as well.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I it's I enjoy DJing for everybody. We've all grown all these years and bonded, went through our bad times and the good times, and we're all brothers. So
I also know that while we're just talking about the touring and everything, there was a point in 2019 that I believe that you actually got to DJ for like Bone on like a little run, right? Like, did you like fill in as like the DJ for the group at any point?
I did. We had a split. So it was when they split states. One, I believe it was Colorado, and the other one was in Florida. And I was the one in Florida with Lazy and Flesh. And then Wish and Crazy went to Colorado. I think it was Colorado, Texas or Colorado, one of those two. But that would be the second time. The first time was back um, in California show when I first got hired, and it was after the Dub show. I DJed for Busy, Lazy, and Flesh, because Crazy and Wish were somewhere else. So that was my first one at the Belasco Theater in LA with Bone. I know you didn't know that, but now you know.
See, that's why we do this, baby. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like probably around the time, John, that's probably around the time that Crazy and Wish were doing the Australia run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, they were
You're
doing the
right.
Australia Thug Line
Yeah,
Australia
yeah,
run.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And supposedly Crazy was not in the group at that point legally. He did that video where he said,
Right.
"I'm not in the group."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it was a
They're always
publicity
all in the
thing.
group. Let's
Yeah.
be real. It's Bone Thugs for life.
They say they're not, and then you know.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
It's Bone Thugs for life, baby. Yeah, so it's interesting because your timeline, you know, like that 2011 timeline of you with Lazy, it lines up pretty close with Position's timeline with Wish and Crazy, because
Yes.
he kind of started DJing for like those two specifically in like the 2010 2011 timeline.
Yes.
Is that how you met Position? Was like through the Bone Thugs, or did you guys have any sort of relationship before that?
No. That was my first time meeting. Position was through Bone. Um. Yeah. Yeah. It was through Bone.
It's cool to have a couple like talented DJs like that from the same camp. Is there ever like any like friendly competition between you guys? I know you and Position have like you guys have a great like friendship. Like any competition between you guys via DJs?
Nah, he don't want that song, so he knows. He hold on a second, my bad. He knows. He knows he doesn't. He doesn't want that smoke. So, um, yeah, he don't want that smoke. I want to keep it. I want to keep it cool. I don't want. He's gonna look at this interview and be like, "Oh, Caipo, you talking shit." I mean, if I'm gonna talk shit, I can back it up. You feel me? So I know my skill on the depth. So he doesn't want this. No, he doesn't.
Caipo throwing down the verses gauntlet right now. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, he doesn't want it. You're
Yeah,
gonna have to hold it beyond the harmony. Hold the verses. Hold it.
I got you.
I mean, the
Anytime.
if you guys are at the same spot, a dueling DJs segment, in between sets might be kind of dope. So
Yeah, hey, I'm with you.
I know. I mean, you featured PZ on a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, in
Yes,
addition to being a DJ, he's a great artist himself.
phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been on a bunch of your different projects and stuff. I love that about like the Bone Camp, and that's been something, whether it's like we're talking about what we consider like the new affiliates or the old affiliates. Like Bone has done this great job at like building this family tree, and it's like.
Yeah,
I always think it's cool when you see people working together and maybe Bone's not even like involved in like that song or that thing, right? If it's PZ and it's Caipo and it's Rocky Rock, I'm like, oh, that's Bone Thug. Like to me, it's still all like that thing. So it's like I always appreciate that. I love what's happening right now. The affiliate scene right now, it kind of seemed in from a fan perspective, like we weren't getting that connection the way that we'd had it with previous ones for a while, and it kind of like dipped out. But like, I don't know, like all the affiliates really seem to be doing a good job right now, like connecting with the fans, and I think it's really coming along. And like, Caipo Chronicles Chapter 1, like it's like a real serious release for fans, right? So it's like it's cool to see a release from one of the affiliates that like is like serious. Time was put into it. It wasn't just something thrown together. You've done so many things, right? Like, I mean, you had Diego de Los Angeles. You got a huge library of like the Caipo Chronicles, like volume 1 to 15 on your SoundCloud and like different mix sites. But what makes like chapter 1 of the Chronicles in 2026, like, why is this different than any of your other projects that you've done?
when I first started doing the project, they go to Los Angeles. It came an idea from Lazy. He said you should be doing your DJ Khaled shit. DJ, Quincy Jones. And then one of my close friends, Hydro, he also said the same thing. So it kind of inspired me and motivated me to want to do it. I have a lot of friends in the industry, so why not? Let me put together a project. That first project was a very much learning experience. It was mainly putting my homies on. Um, it was also on built relationships on who I had with major artists that were down and respecting me to get on the project. But my goal was to do 3 projects before I stopped. Only just to do it, to say I put my homies on, and to say I did songs with artists that I like to listen to or I play in the clubs a lot. So each one, my goal was to do it better than the first one, and also the the Bone song, which I know you're going to talk to me about. A lot of it had to do with everything I've seen in the Facebook groups and what every fan talks about and what they complain, what they like, what they don't like. And my goal was to um, to make that happen somehow, and hope to get praise from the fans and be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, they're
You
tough.
did, yes, very much so. And I respect them for that, whether I talk shit to them or not. But I definitely respect them for how they feel. Um, some of them cross the line a little bit, but again, it's because of them that Scared of the Thugs came out and was created. But I'll leave it at that because I know you're going to ask me some
Yeah,
questions
that's all right. Hey,
about it.
I'm good at what I do, baby. We'll come back to it. Like we're already on Scared of
Yeah.
the Thugs. We should talk about it. Like, you
Okay.
know, I guess we'll just start at like the thick of it because there's more to the Chronicles than just that song. But like
Yeah.
specifically on that song, like what's the story about how it comes together, putting position on it, did we try to get Flesh and Wish on it? Like, just kind of give us the backstory on that.
All right. Um, of course, Position is their main DJ. And I wanted to create a song with all 6, including Position, so they can perform it at their concerts, given that the fans would like it. So I would hope that they would perform it. So I asked Position. He tweaked the beat a little bit to make it so he can rap on it. Um, it took a little bit, but he did it. We went over it a couple times. And then after that, I had told him, I said, my goal is to get all 5. Lazy knew I wanted all 5. And I really felt that I could do that. Obviously, lazy, easy, no problem. Crazy, no problem. It was just a phone call, and he said, send me the beat. And lazy and crazy both said, damn, it's just fire. Let's do it.
What
Busy.
what came first? Like, was there like did Position lay down a chorus first, or like what was like
Yes.
the
So the way I do my songs on every project is I choose the person I want to do the hook. They lay down the hook, and off of that hook, I choose the title. But as you can see in Scared of the Thugs, there's no Scared of the Thugs in that hook. So the way I came up with that name is it's one of Crazy's lyrics, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't remember what damn song it was. I don't know if it's Handle the Vibe. I don't know, remember, but I was listening to songs and I was like, I need to get an idea of what I want to call. And then with all the beefs going on with the Migos and all that, um, I wanted I wanted it to you know collaborate with that, go off of that, go off of the beefs, people talking shit, saying Bone is broke, that Bone is nothing, or whatever. So I heard a lyric and I went off Scared of the Thugs. Then the first person I sent it to was Crazy. Crazy knocked that out. Unfortunately, I was having some mic issues with his recording, so we redid it, and it came out perfect. After that, I hit up Busy. Busy was second. I needed to make sure that I got the hardest people first. Um, then Busy went in the studio, went ham, and sent it. And I was like, damn, I got Crazy and Busy on the studio.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think the Busy feature was the one that the fans were the most surprised, right? Because it's like always hit or miss if you can get Busy,
Right.
if he's going to be on a song, a show, or whatever. So it's like, I think when people saw Busy, it was like, holy shit, like Caipo, he got the Busy feature as well.
Yes. Well, I wasn't going to take no for an answer, so I paid.
Hey, that's the way you get it done sometimes.
Yeah, I had no choice. It's like I said, Unc, what do I got to do? And he said, this is what I want. I said, all right, let's do it because this is for the fans.
Yeah.
I want this for the fans. My whole mentality is this is for the fans. And for me to say, at least I got my boys on the song with me if I don't get another one. So yeah, then Lazy recorded his, and I love Lazy's verse. I'm not being biased because he's my boss, but he really went ham, and they all understood the assignment. Crazy went hard. He went out of his, he brought back something that he hasn't done in a while.
Yeah.
Busy's busy, and then Lazy went ham too that he hasn't done in a while. So it was really really important that they all did that. Flesh was very difficult. He liked it. He liked the song. He really liked the song, but he didn't have the time to lay down the verse. And I tried one more time 2 weeks before the Chronicles dropped because I knew I had a week to submit it in order for it to drop on the 6th. But I even tried one more time and I couldn't. Wish said he would get on it, but he is very difficult to get into the studio. I was already warned about that before. I said, no, I got to try. He talks to me now, Wish is very to himself. So it's like, no, he talks to me now. I should be able to get it. And no, unfortunately, I couldn't get him in the studio on time. So I do have a plan for the fans that are listening or watching. My idea is if you guys really tag that song, post about that song, and tag Wish and Flesh, and saying that there needs to be a remix of them on it, and do that continuously, consistently, they will jump on it because it would be that much bigger of a song.
John, let's make sure we make a short out of this piece of the interview as
yeah.
well. Yeah,
absolutely. I was just thinking exactly that. Yep.
Which is why I wanted to do this interview as well, besides promoting the whole album, is because I really think if we all join as one, we can get Flesh and Wish to jump on, and it could be all 5 songs. And that is my wish.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans would want that because, you had touched on it a little bit, but like, Bone fans are notoriously hard to please. I mean, it is a fan base that is just like ridiculously hard to make happy sometimes. Like sometimes I almost say it's fucking impossible. Like I don't know how much you've heard the show, but I've actually complained. I'm like, yo, you can't make us fucking happy for shit, right? We want an album, we get an album, we're complaining about a fucking album. It's like we're tough, right? But
yeah,
Scared
Wheels on
of
the Bus go
Thugs.
round and round.
But I love that song, right? But like, Scared of Thugs dropped, and it's got extremely high praise.
Yes.
Does that feel like a feather in your cap, like an achievement, like your vision of, okay, I paid attention to what they wanted, we did it, they're happy about it?
Yes, I definitely, even the ones that talk the most shit, gave me the biggest compliments, and that meant a lot because it was mainly for them as well, and to hear people wanting to buy the CD or get mad because the version that was supposed to be a dirty version came out with Crazy's edited version and Physician's Hook edited version. They were just so, you know, disappointed. But you know what? I did a 24-hour turnaround and made it happen because I didn't. The one thing I did not want to do is have a reason for them to talk shit about how I released the album. You know?
I think it's crazy. I think I told you, but when it came out, we noticed it. We were in the Beyond the Harmony Discord, and we noticed it, and I didn't even question it because what I thought was, Crazy's been kind of cleaning up his act a little bit with his, with his spiritual like walk. So it's like I didn't even really question it. I thought it was like that is why that had happened. I was like, oh, maybe he asked him to kind of clean that up a little bit. So I didn't even question it until I saw you post about it on BT&H board, and I was like, oh, okay. Like,
I caught it, bro. I was so mad.
I wouldn't even have thought twice. I thought it was just a thing that Crazy had kind of requested because he did a similar thing on like aw shit and everything. So I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, no, and I had that verse before they did all shit, so so that kind of, I guess that helped, But
I was gonna ask like how long you've been, kind of sitting on the song because I mean this just came out like what we're looking at last month, couple weeks ago,
yeah,
right? You sent it to me back in September of 2025.
Yeah.
So I was curious kind of how long like you've had it and you've had to like sit on this like nuclear fire. 3 years.
3 years to keep it quiet was hard. Oh man, to keep it quiet was hard because I was letting my emotions get the best of me. Like I wanted to brag to the fans. I wanted them to freaking just be excited about it, but you know what? I held back. I held my composure. I did not tell majority, but I did send the song to a couple of the most critical fans and got their opinion before it was even mixed, before it was mastered. They just heard it, and even by that reaction, with it not being the levels not being leveled and all that, I got the praise, so I felt good already, and I just wanted to make sure that the mixing and the mastering was on point just to seal the deal, because that's the biggest thing that y'all talk about is the mastering, the mixing, all this. So, but yeah, people heard it before I had to test it.
Yeah. Sitting on it for 3 years though, that's a long time. I knew you had been working on chapter 1 for a while because obviously like. Right, you did the Rumors video and everything, and that's about 3 years old. And you were promoting chapter 1 then.
Yes, that was my first single off of that.
Yeah, so I knew you'd kind of been working on chapter 1 for a while because of that video and single, but I didn't know you'd had this song that long as well. Yeah.
Yes, so it was supposed to be a 6-song EP, not no album. It was an EP originally titled Caipo Chronicles, the EP, or chapter 1, the EP, something like that. But because Scared of the Thugs took a while to get some verses back because we had to re-record and all that. And then of course my engineer is also busy, so it was a lot of the waiting game for the whole album, to be honest, not just that song. But I kept adding songs because I felt I'm sitting on these songs for so long. I don't want it to feel dated, even though I like them and I don't like the new style of music anyway. I really wouldn't care, but I didn't want it to sound dated. So I kept adding songs, and then I kept thinking of artists to add. It's like, oh, I haven't put this person on that album. Let me do that. And then Lazy's manager also put it in my head since I'm already adding, members of the camp to add Havoc. And I was like, you're right, I should add Havoc. So I added Havoc to the album, and I added Sloan. So I put Sloan and Havoc together. Of course, I have Rocky, and Rocky was on my first one too. I was trying to get Bloodline Harmony. That was hard. She, AC the Chemist. I couldn't. I really wanted to put him on. I wanted to make another trap song because he really killed the trap beats, and I couldn't. So I owe him a song for sure. Um, who else? Greasy Bone. I didn't get to put him on because he was added on later, and I didn't have songs for him as well. So there's a couple people in the camp that I didn't get to use.
Sounds like a big chapter 2 is coming.
Yes. So the chapter 2 is coming.
Yeah, sounds like there's already a lot of things that should be in the works for chapter 2 then.
Yes.
What is the actual role like? I mean, do you do production as far as the beats, or are you just like arranging the features? Like, what is the main role that you're playing when you're putting together like a project like this?
So the producer, who's a really close friend of mine, his name is Basshead, produced the majority of the songs. My engineer Peyton, he also helped with some co-producing on some of the songs. I helped on some of the songs. I'm still learning, so I'm not fully producing my own songs. I know what I want to do or how I want it to be done and what I want it to sound like. So I am part of the creative process, but I'm not physically, touching the MPC or the keys.
Is that something you want to get into? Is like, branching?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I do. And I think I'd be really good at it. Seeing how I'm a DJ, and I see people the way they dance and stuff like that. Not that my albums are club bangers per se, because I don't make music full albums for the clubs, which is crazy. I ask myself like, damn, how come I always be choosing some laid back songs and never some songs that are just gonna make people dance, And I think I'm doing that because I'm saving it for myself to do that.
Yeah, I think it would be really cool, man, if you kind of branched off into production, if you started to produce some beats and things like that could be like a nice next step for you. Who knows? Like you producing some Lazy Bone songs and shit, even some of the chapter 2 beats, so that would be interesting to see if you evolve into that.
That's very possible. Yeah, that's very possible. That's a little bit of the plan.
I think one of the big questions that, and I kind of asked you this on the low, but the question that we immediately got, actually, when we did Beyond the Harmony weekend in Orlando, we were down there with Raiden Rush, and Raiden had played some new music for us, and I was playing just some unreleased stuff for the people in the house, and I played Scared of the Thugs, and from that moment, and since it's dropped, the continuous question we've got is, are there any plans for there to be a music video for it?
Yes. I'm trying to work that out because Busy is the only one in a different state. So I was just talking about this the other day because I cannot not do a video for that. That has to be done. And, bottom line, that's going to be done. I just have to figure out whether I'm going to do this video in Texas or am I going to have to fly Busy out to do this in California? And it just depends on my schedule as well. Because aside from DJing, I run a restaurant out here. So
really? That's cool.
I'm consistently busy. So yeah, the video is going to happen sooner than later.
I look forward to it because all your videos always look great. Like the Rumors video, I mean, it's an amazing, like from a music video perspective, you can tell that it wasn't just some cheaply thrown together like video. Like the cinematography is really there. I feel the same way about the Too Real video. Like I always thought the Too Real video was so good. I remember when it came out, actually me saying like this has that Mo Thugs like feeling to it. Like this feels like real like Mo Thugs, even though it was like, when I say that, it was like a newer style, obviously, like the sound is updated, but like that video, just like, I don't know if it was just like the way everybody was together or what, but that really felt like some Mo Thug shit. But the cinematography in both of those videos is really really good, man. You always
Thank you.
you always go the extra mile. I think it doesn't seem
Thank you.
cheap. So a Scared
Correct.
of the Thugs
Thank you.
video would be, I know you
Oh
would kill
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. No, without a doubt, I'll get the best. Depending on where it's at. If it's here in Cali, then I'm gonna use the same one that did the rumors video. It's in Texas. I have a couple people out there that I'll use
You
for sure.
you don't have to tell us what, but do you have like something in mind? Like, do you have like kind of like an idea of what the video will be like in your head?
Um, no.
Not yet. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's some thoughts out there, but it's nothing concrete. Um, and it's I want to make it right. So
Yeah,
that's the one thing that I want. I want to make it right. Whether you know, I have to go with the theme. I got to go with people scared of our thugs. You know, so
See, so you got to give him some AI treatments for a storyboard.
oh,
And
bro, he's way past that. That was one of the things I was gonna bring up was going into this. The first thing that grabbed me was the promo video for chapter 1. You worked with Aaron Purnell on it,
yes, I
and
did.
he's obviously very known by the Bone fans for his work on like the World War III album cover. He did Flesh's Debt to Society album cover, a ton of other shit too, right? All kinds of the video work back then. He even did the original Beyond the Harmony intro. How did it come together and you having a relationship with Aaron? Because he crushed it, and I can only assume that it's a mix of like the 3D work he already knew mixed with like this new AI technology. The guy is fucking insane.
Yes. What's crazy is Aaron. I've hit him up so many times for stuff to do. Even man, back in the day. But at that time when I first hit him up, I wasn't making a lot back then, so I couldn't afford his price. Um, and then this time around, I said, no, I need someone to just give me a dope ass promo. And luckily I hit him up and he was available and he said, man, let me do this. I haven't done it in a minute, but I want to try some new things. I said, all right, let's go. Make it. I want it. I want the songs to play like this in the video. I want, I want this, but I want your creativity on top of it. And he killed it. He surprised me because I wasn't expecting.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I wasn't expecting myself in every scene. Like when he said, "Send me some pictures," I was not expecting it to be any of that. So I just sent him some random pics. But he definitely killed that. I was highly impressed, and yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, he when I first saw it, I was like, "Yo, this is," I could tell Aaron immediately, but it was like Aaron 2.0. Like I said, he did what
Oh
he
yeah,
already did great with like mixed with this
yeah.
AI shit, and you and Lazy Bone and the Mo Thug pyramids, and the
That was bad.
the
That
Mo
was
Thug and
bad.
the Harmony House chains swinging and shit, and every scene different. Like he really killed it. So you
Yeah,
know. It's really cool to see like you're kind of doing a cool thing, which is you're mixing in what the fans will know even if they don't know it, right? It's like you got Aaron, that's some old Bone like fan shit right there.
yeah,
Obviously Scared of the Thugs is like something that you did for the fans.
right.
But like you also, I mean, you assembled a huge cast as well in this outside of like the Harmony House. You had mentioned Rocky Rock and Sloan and Havoc. But you have a huge cast of other artists on there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in particular that you feel like the fans should kind of be checking for that's on chapter 1 on this project?
Man, first and foremost, I'll mention my boys who were all on my first one as well. Hydro, He's on This Is Me with Yellow Hill. Of course, Graham always, who's also on my first one and has been my artist for the past 10 plus years, even before I was on Lazy's camp. And I brought him onto Lazy's camp.
He's in Too Real, right?
He's in Too Real.
Yeah.
And then in this one, he's in For You. He's the second verse. And he's also on Street Legend. He's the first verse on that one. But sad to say, my man's retired after this album. So he's done rapping. But that, yeah, he's so talented. Very proud of him. But all my boys are talented. Everybody on that album, um, very, very talented. That's why I chose them, because I knew they could kill it, and I knew that they needed to be heard on a larger scale, because the goal for this project was to go big or go home.
Yeah. Man, that's too bad about Graham, bro. Like when he was on Too Real, like I knew you'd been managing him for a while, and you know when he was on Too Real, I was like, bro, he fits right in with the Harmony House like camp, man. He looks like he's just like he's always been there. You know what I mean? He really I mean outside of the fact that he could rap, like obviously he had that talent, but like he looked the part, like he looked so comfortable in that video, you know. So he should come out of retirement, Graham. It's not time yet, bro. It's not fucking time yet.
Man, he's living the life in Atlanta. He's a family man, and he's a great barber as well. So he's got his own shop and stuff like that. So that's what he's been doing. But I got him out of retirement on this album because he was already retired, and I pulled him out for Street Legend because that was the song that was supposed to be for Mitchie Slick and Lazy. But Mitchie wanted something a little bit more serious, and unfortunately, my time frame, I couldn't do it. And Loose Lyric, who's on the hook, he already had laid down the hook, and everybody, like of my friends, loved that song and that hook and that beat. And I was like, I can't throw this away. I got to use it. So I asked Graham to jump on and say, I need you to come out of retirement and do this verse for me because I have nobody else to kill this verse and to match that hook. And sure enough, he killed it.
He said, no problem.
Yeah. I asked him, I said, look, I can't have you be Graham now. I need you to be Graham when I first met you. I need you to be, I can't have you be Atlanta Graham. I need you to be California, Oceanside, California Graham. And sure enough, he delivered, and I'm happy for that.
Besides Scared of the Thugs, if you were going to push one song to the fans on Chapter 1, what would it be? Like for me, it's Money for Me is like, I've probably listened to that song more than Scared of the Thugs, if we're being honest. Like, I love that song. But, like, is there a song on there for you that you're like, hey, this is the big one outside of Scared of the Thugs?
Money for Me is a great song, but I would have to say a Real One. And the reason why I say Real One is because if you're from California or familiar with Bay Area music, you know that Kamaya is one of the best female rappers from the Bay, and she's on the hook. Heartbreak Gang Skipper, who is part of I Am Sue and Pilo's label, is also an awesome rapper. The guy on the second verse, Dimensional, that is E40's younger brother's son. So he is blood related to E40, and he killed that. Right after him is Love Rant. Who, if you don't know Love Rant, he has that song Up, that blew up nationwide and popular. So since Justin Bieber or DJ Honeybee remixed that beat with Justin Bieber's Yukon, that beat became popular again, and it was a perfect time to have Love Rants on the track. Then after Love Rants, Priceless the Rock. So I used a lot of Bay Area popular artists. I didn't use all of them, but I used some of them. And my goal with that song is to do a full Bay Area remix and add more legends to that song from the Bay. And it's clubbable. It's club music. It's like a it's a club playable song, and I really want to push that because that song can be really big if I add Too Short, if I add Keep the Sneak, D-Lo, and a bunch of other Bay Area legends. E40 heard it, but E40 so much about business that no matter if I'm really tight with his family or not, it's like busy. It's gonna cost me, and it's not gonna cost me, just a regular under $10,000 feature. He's way above that. He's high, very high. But yeah, that's my goal. Real one would be the one I push.
No employee thing. Ain't got no employee discount, no home team discount, man. That's rough.
None. He knows too. I DJ'd for I opened for him in Temecula before and all that. So I was hoping I'd get a little slack, but no slack.
I like that this project's really made up of all the things that's like, made up of you, right? Like obviously you got that Bone Thug lineage, like we've established, 2010. Here we are, it's 2026. You've been rolling with Harmony House a long time. But, like you just said, right, it's also got all your California Bay Area lineage in there. Like, I like that you really, made this everything that is you. And I think that that's, what fans appreciate. And when I would often talk about, what made the fans connect with the original Mo Thugs, and this is what brings us back to the beginning of the interview and one of our first conversations. I always said that the reason why the fans connected with the original Mo Thugs, and there's kind of a disconnect now with the fans and the affiliates, is the original Mo Thugs had those projects. It's specifically, we're talking about volume 1 and 2, but also they had that VHS that came out, the Thug TV VHS. And then of course we had, 3 and 4 came out, and Too True and Poetic Hustlers had an album, but those things helped connect the fans, and those compilations were so important. In your time around Harmony House, around the affiliates, has there ever been talks about we got to do a compilation like this? Because I always say that's what we need. We need bone. Not just the affiliates. They literally got to do it the same way, right? You get Crazy, you get Lazy, you get these guys on a bunch of different songs with the affiliates, and you put out whatever the fuck it is, whether it's Harmony House or it's everybody together. But that's how we get the fans reinvested into so many of these talented affiliates right now that I think are getting overlooked. Have you ever heard anybody talk about, maybe we should do another compilation like that?
Lazy talks about it a lot. He's really big on doing a compilation. I know you guys seen him promote compilation before with his Annihilation release, I believe it was, or the one after. He showed a little snippet of songs that he wanted to, but then he ended up turning that into a different album. But he still talks about the compilation. I'm hoping it happens. He's got another project that's he's finishing up right now, or it's pretty much done from what he said the other day, a week ago. I think he said it.
Yeah, I think he said it's pretty much wrapped.
Yeah, he's constantly in the studio. He's constantly working. But I will help push that compilation to do that. If not, I'll end up doing it myself, even though I said I wasn't going to do more than 3 albums. If that's what the fans want, and if I need to help Lazy do that, then we're going to do that. I know HC the Chemist also talks about that. He does talk about that a lot as well. So we're all on board. We're all on the same page. It's all a matter of when we can get it done.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving pieces. When you look at a project like, Family Scriptures or Family Reunion, and you see all those different artists and all those different, that's a lot of moving pieces. People don't realize that's, that takes so much time to pull together. But man, what a difference that could make I think for so many of these guys to just like, connect with some of these artists because, like you and I had talked about, there's some great affiliates there right now. Not just
Yeah.
in the Harmony House camp, but like the Bone camp in general. There's some
Oh yeah.
great affiliates there, and we're just missing that piece where the fans are really connecting with them. And sometimes I feel like it's like they have a great platform, right? Like Bone's giving them the cosign, but it's like that's it. From there, they kind of got to like connect themselves, and I think some of them aren't necessarily like figuring out how to do that. And man, that compilation would change the game for so many of them, for sure.
I agree. I believe that a lot of them deserve to be, deserve their shine, and the compilation would do that. But also, as just off of the experience myself, I mean, I'm not a rapper or a singer, um, but I'm just a DJ, but a person that was motivated and inspired to do these projects, and I still get myself out there, and I think that's what everyone needs to do as well, and not just rely on Bone to do it just because at the end of the day where the results are going to come off of what we put in.
For
So if
sure.
you really want to get your name out there, then you need to connect with the fans. Like, look at Kane. You guys all
I
love
was
Kane.
just gonna say Kane is the
You
best
know?
example, bro.
Yeah, Kane, he's got a little soft voice, he talks, he has his charisma and whatnot. And he has the fans' love. Like, he's got the fans' love so much that people be tattooing his freaking logo.
Yeah.
So when are you guys gonna tattoo my logo? Like, what's going on? No, but
You're
in all
probably closer than
seriousness,
ever with this chapter 1 drop, man. I think you
uh,
leveled up.
oh yeah, I hope. I was trying to earn my respect, but yes, I feel like Kane is really good at that. Even position got a lot of people who follow him as well, and and it's
He
split,
he's
for
killing it,
Rocky.
by the way. PZ, he's got like what? He's got like a tequila or something right now. Like
Yeah, so he's sponsored by a tequila company,
he's killing it.
and um, and I'm also, but I don't promote it. I've been sponsored for so many years that I don't promote it because my name is not on my bottle, and because there's contract issues. But yeah, I have a vodka and a tequila. So,
We covered a lot of stuff. I have a bunch of random. I'm gonna throw some random things at you. That I
uh,
had here. One, these ones are a little less random. We'll touch on these ones first. But we were talking about Aaron Purnell earlier, and
yes.
you actually have a huge tattoo that's a design that Aaron Purnell made, and you kind of got that in honor of your time with Bone, and it's that skull that he designed with the
Yes.
Bone logo, right? So
Yes.
with all of the stuff that you could have picked, I mean, Bone has so many iconic logos and designs and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking 30 years of stuff. Like, what was it about that one that you said, okay, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to tattoo in like tribute to the guys?
Well, I've been a fan of Aaron's work, so I've been seeing everything he dropped. I just like his creativity. I didn't want to just get the regular Bone Thugs logo that you see everywhere, even at the shows. And it was between that skull or the one with Easy E at the top and all their faces
Yeah,
in a half a circle.
yeah.
I was gonna do that one. But it would have to be that was gonna take a lot of time, and I had to choose. My tattoo artist is awesome, the best. So I'm pretty sure he would have killed it. But then I said, no, let me just do that skull one because that's dope, and haven't seen anybody with it.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly what
yeah,
I thought. I was like, I haven't seen anybody do, like this specific design, but it's iconic, just like any of them. So when I saw that you got that done, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that he chose that one. That you didn't just do like one that people get a lot is obviously the creeping on a come up skull
yeah,
with the Glocks.
yeah,
It's iconic. People
yeah,
love it, right? But it's like a
yeah.
lot of people got it. So I thought it was cool you had that. You got a Harmony House one too, right?
Yes, that was my first tattoo
Yeah.
on my
Well,
forearm.
yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
Let's see. You had I think it's like 10 years ago now. Lazy did an interview with DJ Vlad and brought Rocky Rock along. Were
I was
you there?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What that experience was like.
Um, it was cool to see it live. You know, you always wondered how these interviews go. Um, and it was just interesting just because of the state that we were in during that time and during that day. So it was cool. I just can't speak on
Yeah, that's cool.
it.
Did they try to get you on camera at all?
um, no. So
I know you say you can't
no,
speak on it, so don't say anything you can't say. I was just curious if they tried to pull Caipo on camera at all.
no, I see. I'm slick when it comes to these things. I try to stay away to where they don't get to ask me. You know, you want to come sit in? No, I'm cool. I'm gonna step away where they don't ask. I don't look in their direction, because then they're gonna be like, "Come on, Kaipo, sit down."
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, no, I'm cool. And I don't even think I was dressed for that interview that day anyway, because they were all duckets out.
Yeah, they were
So I wasn't.
rocking the ducats. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't. I was just in my. I think I was in the Bone Thug on the Black Bone Thugs team, but that was it. But no, I wasn't dressed for it.
In 2011, not long after connecting with Lazy Bone, you did Rock the Bells, and you attended Rock the Bells, and I think I mean you met like a slew of people you were out there. Do you remember anything specifically about that Rock the Bells event that you did?
Yeah. When we got to the hotel, because the hotel for that Rock the Bells event, that's where we all checked in, and that's where everybody was staying. But the check-in was at that hotel. So we're all waiting for our shuttles, and you know, one after another exhibit met with him and took a picture. Machine Gun Kelly took a picture, and that, you know, it's cool because this is part of the job. You know, you get to meet legends and new artists and all that, and you played their music at a club. You know, so it was exciting. Got to meet Method Man, which was a big plus. That
Yeah.
was dope. Um, at that time, I met so many people. Every show, I mean, so many people. But that day, there were so many people I got to meet, and I didn't get to take pictures with everyone. And after that show, I never took pictures again. I wanted, I wanted to, I wanted to. I didn't want to be the picture taker. I didn't want to ask every artist I met to take a picture. That's just something that I don't care for. You know, the fact that they know me, that's enough.
Outside of the Bone Camp, are there any artists on your wish list that you're like, I really got to work with this person?
Um, there's a couple.
Like
Uh,
who's like top, let's say like top 3. That may be hard to narrow down, but like who's just like the top 3 that you're like, yo, I got to work with this person?
Ludacris, E40, top three. Ice Cube.
Yeah. That's a great top
Yeah,
3.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my top three.
You had mentioned the Method Man thing, and I just want to throw in there, how crazy is it that we finally Bone and Wu-Tang on tour together? It's like as from a fan perspective, it's like it's one of those things that almost doesn't even feel real, right? Like Bone and
It,
Wu-Tang.
it doesn't, because of the tension between fans, and there, you know, we do have some Bone fans that are Wu fans as well, that are just very musically open minded. But it's amazing. I like it because I hear so many Wu-Tang fans always cheering for Wu, and then Bone cheering for Bone, and then finally now you're gonna be together all in one room.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but it's gonna be exciting at the same time because that's was never expected. That wasn't on my list of happening.
Yeah, it's amazing. 2026, man. Uh, Bone fans, we all know you as a hip hop DJ, but as people start to dig and I'm gonna try to link these because some of the Caipo Chronicle, like the volumes, not the chapter, but the actual volumes, you got a crazy diverse musical selection. I'm sure that's just from being like a DJ and a resident in so many places. Are there any artists or songs that you're into that fans would kind of be surprised that like you really like this?
Man, uh, I've been getting into the country scene a lot.
Yeah.
Because the places where I play now is, some country is required. But I am very musically versed, so uh, I definitely would like to do some songs with Morgan Wallen if I could. Um,
One of the new Chronicles is all a country mix.
yes, so it's full country, but there's hip hop mashups on there.
Yeah.
So I do love making mashups or using mashups from other DJs that they send, and the crowd loves it. I like to be able to feed everybody, so that way nobody feels left out.
We got to promote those more. I think fans don't know about those the way they should because back in the day, DJ Ice, original Bone Thug DJ used to do the everything and some more mixes, and the fans loved them. And I think that and like the Chronicles, 1 through 15 or 16, whatever you're on now, are such a similar thing that I think the fans would be crazy for those. So we gotta get those out to the fans more. I think they would love them if they got to hear like how good they really are.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if they all followed me on Instagram
Yeah,
or
man.
or Facebook, because I do post them, especially Caipo Chronicles 4. There's a lot of bone in that one. Um, the Rona 4, either Rona 3 or Rona 4. I have a lot of old Motugs and a lot of bone. Like I did a whole nice little set for the fans if they were able to listen to it. And it wasn't my best, but it was cool.
John,
But
write
yeah,
write write that down, John, so we can make sure we link all those. Because I got his stuff. So volume 4, we'll make sure we link all those because I want to push it out there, man. I think that
I appreciate that.
the we want to get the fans engaged. I think that and now that they finally you got the seal of approval from all the fans that's scared of the thugs. Like hopefully this is what breaks the wall down, right?
Oh yeah, let's
Have,
hope.
have any Bone fans ever tried to book you as like the wedding DJ? I'm like that would be like the ultimate wedding DJ to have Caipo be your wedding DJ.
No, I'm still waiting for that invitation.
That's gotta be that'd be like as a Bone fan, is there like a better fucking wedding DJ you could have than Caipo?
Oh man, yeah, I could definitely do it. Hit me up.
Here, here's a random question you may not even remember that's gonna bring you way, way back. Do you remember what MySpace Tuesdays is?
Yes, very much so. MySpace Tuesdays was a night back when MySpace obviously was popular. Um, it was a theme night that we had, and we made shirts. I was still during that time. I was still in my learning stage of being a DJ. I'm assuming you have that picture. So um, that picture is all my mentors and myself in there. They're the ones that taught me and made me who I am now.
In 2015, you have a friend named Joe, and you guys were responsible for helping save a man's life. Do you remember that experience and what had happened?
What? Say the date again.
It was 2015. You have a friend named Joe, and you guys had helped save somebody's life. It looks like maybe outside of a restaurant.
Well, yeah, in San Diego. I don't remember
S-
the actual scenario on that, but
See,
was in San Diego.
just a regular day for a superhero. You know, you know. Uh, this is my last question, and I ask this because I think that this is a big deal for you, and I just kind of want to know about it. A goal that you've stated very boldly is that you want to DJ internationally, and I want to know what that means to you. Does that just mean a gig outside of the U.S., or is that something bigger? And how close in 2026 do you think DJ Caipo is to that goal?
I was very, very close for Juicy Fest. I was supposed to be in Juicy Fest, but I couldn't get my passport in time. But I feel that I am close to making that happen. I just have to I have to like outside of Bone, I can make that happen. I just have to be able to feel confident and reach out to all these places to get myself booked internationally. My parents are from Peru, so I know I have connections out there to be able to DJ out there. Australia is definitely a place that I would like to go and DJ at. New Zealand, Philippines. I would love to. I would love to play at those places.
Kaipo, I think was the interview as easygoing as you hoped it was gonna be? When I asked you years ago and you were like, maybe not now. I feel like, hey, Lazy says it's perfect timing. This was probably the perfect timing for it. But I think it was great, man. We covered a lot of stuff, and I'm hoping that this really helped open you up to the fans.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm really grateful that I came on, and I'm glad that you asked me. And of course, yeah, I have to do what the boss says. He says you got to start doing these podcasts. All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's good. Lay's coming on in 2 weeks. I've been talking to Lazy. Oh, every few days, me and Lay have been talking, and we're gonna do a lot with the Harmony House YouTube together, and we're working on some podcast stuff. So I'm sure Kaipo, you and I are gonna be working together on some stuff as well. And
Definitely.
there's a lot of cool stuff for us all in 2026. I'm glad that you decided to come on. Is there anything that we didn't cover in the interview, or that I didn't ask you, that you want to make sure that the fans hear?
Well, I do want to give a couple shout outs. My boy D Magic, he gave me a place to live years ago and also helped inspire these projects. So I owe a lot to him. He's the one that drove us for Perfect Timing 2 across the nation on that bus. So he's definitely a warrior. Big shout out to him. My boy Shy Soul. I know he's watching right now. He's one of my videographers out here, and he's my MC as well. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to all the artists on my album, all the Bone Thugs fans. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful that you guys accept my project. Not just Scared of the Thugs, but you guys have all given me great compliments. And Boss CDs, thank you to everyone at Boss CDs. That is big. I'm
Are any still left? Or did you sell out?
yes. I'm almost sold out of the ones with the main version, but I have 50 of the ones with the Scared of the Thugs edited verse. So I'm gonna either give those away
Hit 'em.
or
There you guys go, man. Once they're gone, they're gone. And I'll tell all the fans this: you guys always kick yourself in the ass when there's something that's available, and then in 3 years it's not. And I see fans say this all the time. They go, "Fuck, I wish I would have bought that when I could."
oh,
So make sure
oh,
you're hitting Kaipo, and you're getting your hands on Kaipo Chronicles Chapter 1, because by the time Chapter 2 comes out, everybody's gonna be scrambling saying they wish they had their copy.
Oh yeah, well, backing you up with what you said, I did have a Bone fan that bought Day to Los Angeles, so I did have some left, but because those CDs got left in the heat or were in not in room temperature, the songs erased on that CD. So I had to go and buy a CD, label maker, and all that just because he really wanted that CD on this batch that I just sent out. So
Wow,
definitely
that's dedication.
once they're gone, they're gone. But I didn't want to let him down because he's been wanting to buy that album for a while. He just didn't come around to it, but he bought Chronicles and that one.
So
Uh,
speaking of stuff for sale and Chronicles Volume 1 and that you're a DJ first, where are you at with vinyl? Did you put any
oh
on
yes,
vinyl? I saw you hold some up for a second, but I didn't
yes,
want to interrupt. So do you have that? And how does it feel
yes.
being a DJ with your own vinyl?
Um, I I I love it. I don't have one for myself. You know, I bought vinyl for Graham. I bought vinyl for some other people that were gifts, but I never got some for myself. And I do have a vinyl store out where I live that is Discovery Records, and they want vinyl of Chronicles. So that's why I am gonna make it. And I did look into that this morning, and um, unfortunately, I am gonna put the order in, but it's gonna cost a pretty
We
penny.
gotta do that pre-order. That's all we gotta do, Kaipo. We gotta
Yeah,
get the fans to do the, the pre-order.
I'll
You
order
know,
one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
Put together a nice pre-order and get the fans to help fund something like the Kaipo Chronicles Chapter 1 on vinyl. I know that's something everybody would get down for. So
That's what we're here for.
yeah,
Yes,
anytime we
sir.
can help facilitate something like that, I tell every guest that comes on, now that you've been here, now that you've done an interview here, this is now your platform the same way it's ours. If there's anything that we can ever do to help, whether it's push a pre-sale or a new project or anything like that, all you got to do is reach out. We'll take great care of you, man, every way that we can. You tonight still with Sloan tonight?
Yes, so we go on before Bone does. He goes on closer to 10. Um, and then Bone goes on.
Yeah, see, so Kaipo's still sliding the interview in tonight, even though la-
I'm
la-
here right. I'm here right now. I'm in the green room.
last
Um,
last minute he got the
so
gig.
yeah, so Sloan hit me up and like, hey man, I forgot about this show today, to be honest. And Sloan goes, hey, you're coming tomorrow, right? Was like, what? Where? Anaheim. I was like, oh damn, I forgot. Okay, yeah, I'm on it. I'll be there. And plus, it's a good, perfect time for me to promote the album as well. I am gonna have a little mini DJ set where I can play some songs, and I am gonna play "Scared of the Thugs" to the people that haven't heard it, because not everybody's on Facebook or Instagram out here. So I gotta promote.
Well, Kaipo, I want to thank you for taking the time, especially in the green room before a show, to come on, promote the Chronicles, just to show love, to finally make the interview happen that I've bugged you about for years. We
Yes,
got
sir.
him. The big boss Alberna said he's got to start doing interviews, and I'm honored that you decided to kick it off with us. And I want the whole chat to show Kaipo some love, light it up with that Mo Thug fist for him one time. I hope you have a great fucking show tonight, man. And
Thank you.
hit us up anytime. Anything that we can do to help. We want to help you do everything that we can. So feel free to hit me up anytime. And later on tonight, you guys stay tuned because we're going to be giving away a signed copy of the Chronicles Chapter 1 by DJ Kaipo.
Yes. Release party. If you're in California, it's in West Hollywood, April 30th.
April 30th, release
Yes.
party.
Lazy is confirmed to come. I will say that on here. I'm working on Crazy. Obviously, Busy is going to be difficult to bring him out from Texas. But for the most part, you'll have at least one member, maybe two, and then all the other artists from the album will be present as well.
There it is. Make sure y'all pull up. April 30th. Where's that at?
It's at the Peppermint Club in West Hollywood.
There it is, y'all. One more time, DJ Caipo, man. We appreciate you very much, brother.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
man. You have a great rest of your night.
You too.
One more time, y'all. That was DJ Caipo, Harmony House. You know how we get down. One more in the books, making it happen. Sick as hell. I see my boy Josh asking how I'm feeling. That's because he wants me up in the gym, boy. I've been talking to Josh like every single day. He's had me motivated back in the gym every day, and then I got sick as hell. I hopefully, dog, great interview. I was sick as shit, so I hope that I got through it. It didn't feel as smooth as normal, but
Oh man, that was smooth, bro. That was professionalism. That was excellent.
good.
Yeah, I
good.
can see how you might feel that way when you're sick, but from the outside, like, no, it was dialed in.
Good. I wanted it to be good for him, man. I like, that's no bullshit. Caipo and I have talked for years about doing this, and the first time he, when he was like, you should talk to newer affiliates. Shout out to Arkanoa, by the way. I know that he dropped a $20 super chat while we were live. I didn't want to cut him off, but shout out for that $20 super chat. We got a goal of 150 tonight. If anybody's feeling fancy and you ain't scared of the thugs, you can go ahead and you can drop that. I'm so sick I forgot to change the guest name to DJ Caipo almost the entire interview, and it just said John Cecil and Matt above his head the whole time. That's how fucking sick I am.
I did notice that at the beginning when I was thinking of making the shorts, and I was like, I was wondering, is our name on all the shorts like that?
Nah,
yeah.
I usually switch it.
Okay.
Sick Cecil shit. You know what I mean? I'm usually sharper. But yeah, man. Years ago, he said something about the, hey man, you should do the current affiliates, and I was like, all right, come on, bro. And he's like, not me. He's like, I'm just saying. So I was like, all right. So we got in, we did Smokey the Bandit and Rocky Rock and HC the Chemist, and we've made it happen. So yeah. But no, that was a great interview. It was fun to have him here. It was so awesome. He was sitting in the green room getting ready to do a fucking DJ for Sloan right before Bone Thugs. And
How cool is that, right?
And he
Like,
still
it
made
doesn't
it
get
happen.
closer than that.
Yeah. He still made it happen. He didn't cancel on us. He didn't do any of that. Like, man of the people right there.
When you had played us Scared of the Thugs at the house, I remember when I was listening to it, and it's funny what he said tonight. When I heard it, I was like, man, whoever made this one, it's almost like they just wanted to make sure that it was everything people said they wanted. So like when I heard it, I was like, this is pretty much everything people say they want. They better love this thing because
He killed it.
It's exactly what people say they wanted. And he killed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that he like we talked about in his interview, right? He's paying attention to what's going on in the forums and the boards and shit like that, and to what fans want, and that's not always an easy thing for an artist to do because the fans are tough, right? But he took that shit and made it happen. And what's funny is the guys that are being super successful right now, Blaze, Raiden Rush, now Caipo, like they've all said the same thing. Like I'm tuned into what you guys are saying, and that's why I made these decisions. And it's like, so it's cool to see these guys that are like, no, we're listening, bro. And Scared of the Thugs, like I was really happy when it came out and the fans had such a great reaction to it.
Mm. Yeah, no, and I think things have evolved versus I think nowadays people what they say they want, they actually want. But in the early days of Beyond the Harmony, I used to say that people say they want something, but then they get it and then they don't really want, you find out that they don't really want what they say they want.
You've always said that, John. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But in this case, I've noticed a different, I think it's the new generation, like a newer generation of people or phasing the old ones out and the new ones in, they actually know what they want. And when they get it, they appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm coughing and dying at the same time.
Oh, Well, hey, let me give you the for those that don't know about this chapter one. This and you were talking about a compilation album. I'm like, basically, this Caipo Chronicles
Mhm.
satisfies that. I mean, it's track one as Raven Justice, Abrina, Thug Forgetting. Track two, Cap G, Doble Filo, El Rey, Killer Rosa. Track three, Yellow Hill, They Call Me Hydro. Track four, Big Sloan and Havoc. Track five, 80, OFB, Young. Rocky Rock, Man. Track six, Derek King, Graham Always, that's the Graham. And then track seven, Want It with Ray Phantom, Aliyah Zin, and D Graves. Track eight, Street Legend, Graham Always again. Loose Lyric, Ryan Anthony. Track nine, Real One, which everybody liked the best, had Kamaya. I got a friend that's from the Bay Area. He told me about Kamaya, says that Kamaya is a big deal out there. HBK Skipper, Dimensional, Loverance, Priceless, The Rock. Track 10, All You Need, Adrian Marcel, Raven Justice, D Graves. And then, of course, track 11, Scared of the Thugs, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, Busy Bone, Position. So, in my opinion, we got a compilation right here, right out the gate.
Oh,
It's a stacked roster.
for sure. It's a compilation. I'm just saying, like, we need an affiliate compilation, of like
right,
the
right,
Bone,
right.
like the like because again, I always say that that's kind of like the missing link. Like, people are always like, I you've heard me get kind of pissy with people when they're like, yo, I don't fuck with the current affiliates or whatever. I'm like, you don't know about them. You're not investing in them. But it's only half the fans' fault, because when I was a kid, which, that in itself says a lot, right? Because we're not kids now, and I don't know how many kids are trying to invest into affiliates or Bone shit in general. But when I was a kid, it was like we had these two amazing compilations albums, and then they fucking, bro, it felt like we all got a copy of Thug TV. Like, it felt like everyone got a copy of Thug TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And those things made us like love them. It was like, this is literally extended Bone Thugs and Harmony, right? So it's like, I'm just like, hey, if we had something like that, if they could take it, when I say global, I mean like Bone global, meaning like if you could have all of them. I don't know how much, Busy has a camp now. I don't know if Seven Sign's really a thing at this point, but like if you had all the Flesh and Bone Global / Bone Thugs and Harmony record guys, the Harmony House guys, the Life, if you had songs all on a compilation and it was produced by the current like, picture like the perfect storm of like Raid and Rush, HC the Chemist, Position, Caipo if he starts producing, and then all these different artists that we know that are around Bone, right? Kane and Havoc and just all these different everybody. There's so many artists, and if you had a whole compilation and Bone was on those songs, backing them up, and Flesh is doing that a little bit, right? Flesh is like really kind of getting into that a little bit. But if there was something set up like that, and we got a whole project like that, and Bone was on there backing the songs up the way they did Mo Thug, like I just think that would help connect the fans. They would go, okay, like, all right, I'm with these guys.
I almost wonder if throughout, I suspect all the affiliates have at least one track, one of the Bones on it, and there's been so many different affiliate type albums out there that we could at least create like a the affiliate collection volume one, like the Bone collection, just to get a taste for it, just to see what that's like, and then that's almost like a test market to test the appetite, and then and if that goes off well, then they could pull off a real, like an actually intended compilation. But part of the whole thing is exactly what you said. The way, I don't know if it was Relativity or Ruthless or who was the thought behind, packaging that Thug TV around the same time as the collection volume one. I felt like I got both of those at like opposite ends of the year. Like at the beginning of 98, I got the Bone collection, and at the end of 98, or was it 99? No, it was 99 probably. 98, 99, and then I got the Thug TV in the mail. And that I don't know what the equivalent is in present day. Getting that Thug TV, that was, we didn't have access to all that stuff back then. So getting a VHS like that where it was all Mo Thugs was great to get. I don't know what can hit that way in 2026 due to the abundance of social media and just we get everything all at once, and there's no such thing as media anymore. Like even a DVD or a Blu-ray, you're not popping that in. It's not that special like it was back then. So I don't know what the equivalent is nowadays to be something cherished that brings everybody into bringing their family into our family kind of thing, the way Thug TV did.
We're not going to do many of them because I'm feeling like shit. I'm happy I limped us through that interview and that it wasn't bad. I especially wanted it to be good for Caipo. I'm like, I feel so shitty that I might not give him a top-notch interview that I usually give people because I feel like shit. So I'm glad that nobody felt like that. But going to take some calls. If any of you guys want to jump on, the meeting ID for Zoom is 733-570-6161. The password is LBerna, all as one word. Call in. Let's talk some bone for a little bit. Again, top of your screen, 733-570-6161. Password is LBerna.
Hey, is anybody calling? But while someone's calling in, Krypton We Came pointed out, nowadays it's a Beyond the Harmony weekend meetup. That was special and that is timeless and that will last forever. So maybe that's what it is since now everybody's online meeting up in the flesh, crazy by the flesh.
Yeah.
Is the way to do it. So I don't know if they'd have to. I mean, I guess any Bone concert has the affiliates opening for them, which is kind of cool since they have their own openers. But yeah, Beyond the Harmony weekend, man, that's a timeless classic.
Priceless.
In the making.
Yeah. John, while we're waiting for people to call in, can you flash that CD again? I want to see it again.
Yeah. So
And
Caipo,
we're giving one away, right?
We are.
Caipo did a great job on this. Like this feels prestigious. There's I mean, I don't know if you get it from him if he's signing it, but these are signed. And I'd put it closer, but I think the green screen's gonna.
That's better.
Yeah. And let me just rotate it once I get the camera back. There we go. And then the back itself, it's got all the track listings. It just feels cool. It feels good. It feels prestigious and it feels professional. So it's the thin, it's not a full jewel case. It's the thin kind, but it's definitely dope. I like it. Picked these up today just to have them for Cecil because I knew he was. Hey, and props to Cecil. He didn't say anything about being sick until Josh had mentioned it, and that's some boss shit to come in here, knock it out, and not even let you know he was sick. You killed it tonight, Cecil.
I feel like I'm dying, so that's good.
Oh, and hey, this came with a sticker too. This kind of reminds me of It's a Crazy Life had a sticker in his set too. So when he sent us those CDs to give away,
people love stickers.
Yep.
We're going to be giving one away, and to be eligible to win, all you got to do is be a member of the Skull and Crossroads Society. If you're not one already, you can do that very easily. It should be on your screen, or you can go over to beyondtheharmony.com and you can join there. Costs $2.99 a month. I'll tell you all the basic stuff. You can cancel anytime, blah, 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 blah. Help support the show. But specifically for right now, it makes you eligible to be put on the big spinning wheel of names, and we've had people fucking join right before a spin and win. So if you want to win yourself a Caipo Chronicles, join up. Let's see what we got. I'm not surprised by this call in right here.
There he is.
What up?
What up?
I don't got my camera this time, but what's up?
Oh man.
Hey.
What's cracking like
For y'all don't know, cold-blooded in the building.
Cold blood. Yeah, Cold. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down and go through those tracks you sent me.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, shout out to everybody in the Discord. It's like every other moment of the day where we're just trading stuff and posting stuff, and you remember this, or does anybody have a better version of this?
I like that yesterday. It kind of got into, or maybe it was the day before. It kind of got into the hip hop arena, and nobody got upset that it got off Bone Topic. I kept trying to like tie it back in, but that was a really good
I try to
hip
veer
hop.
out of general, but it's just I keep getting sucked back in.
Well, I hit you in the other music section, so
Right.
you know, yeah, no. See, do you ever venture into the other sections besides general and the BTH meetup? Oh,
I
he's
I
probably sick.
I
He'd probably
I,
die.
I barely venture into the fucking Discord at all.
If you do so, you wind up getting like 2 hours sucked out of your
What
life,
up, Joe?
and if you dare go into the voice chat, forget it. The next two to 3 hours are gone.
Yeah,
Hey, Cecil,
I,
if you didn't, my bad. If you didn't see, great job tonight, by the way. I know being sick, most people don't want to do jack shit.
uh,
So, great job, man.
thank you, bro. Yeah, I I did not I did not sleep for shit. My Fitbit was not telling me I got any good sleep at all. I actually came home. It said of my entire sleep, I spent 3 hours of it awake. Um, so very broken sleep, and then I had to get up. I still went to work for a little bit because shit don't stop till the panties drop. And then I came home and I slept for like an hour, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, was that a bigger mistake? Which in the long run it wasn't, but when I first woke up, I'm like, you fucked up, bitch. You shouldn't have fucking slept before this interview. Woke up at 7, and but yeah, it went good, man. So I appreciate it. I wanted it to be good for him. I mean, you know me. I want it to be good for every guest that comes on, but I really wanted it to be good for him because he hasn't. It's another guy that has had little to no interviews. Um, so it was important that he had a good one, and I think we covered that. And I got some. John, I always like when you point out that I'm hitting the Nardwar.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
I try
mean,
I try to have a couple of those moments for every guest.
learning about his journey and even some of the tidbits. I mean, you did your thing like always, bro. We learned more about Caipo tonight, I think we would have than anywhere else. A lot of people just know him as Lazy's DJ, or I seen him rolling with the crew and stuff like that. So I'm glad we got to know him a little more tonight because he definitely seems tapped in with everybody. So
Yeah, and he feels like instant fam, bro. Like
yeah.
Kaifu was cool dude,
Yep.
real chill and really open about everything. That was really cool. There was like no, he was giving it straight from the heart. So that
It
was really good.
it was cool because he pretty much talked about everything, except for whatever about Vlad. He's like, I can't talk about that, and
Mm.
and I was okay with that. I actually liked that we had finally hit something, and he's like, hey, can't can't
Yeah.
can't talk about that one.
Yep.
You know, I actually
I think
kind of
that's
enjoyed
better than
that.
having a story like saying I can't say anything. That because that's a better story in some ways.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that he was like, can't talk about that
You
one,
could tell he hadn't
boss.
thought about it in a long time though.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Just so everybody's listening right now, once I take out, let's see, I'm gonna take out me from the list. I'll take out John. Am I even on this list? The
I,
You
I
fuck?
can
do.
take me out. Me and Clever are buying our copies, or we bought our copies already.
Oh, they're on it. Listen to these motherfuckers.
Don't need
Yeah,
another one. Yeah.
take me out the game.
Oh, there's
But
Cecil West.
I
Should we
do got
leave
a quick.
RC Thugs? I'll leave RC Thugs then. Fuck it.
I could show him my packaging game to rival his.
It was really good. Cold
So,
blooded.
so,
Are you Scully Crossroads Society? I don't even know if I see you on here.
My shit might have expired, or
He
when
said
we
you could take me
transferred
out. He already
over.
took himself out the game, dog.
I should still be on Patreon.
Oh, you're probably on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Um, right now, you guys, you'd have a 1 and it looks like 31. 1 in 31 chance of winning yourself a copy of Caipo Chronicles Chapter 1. And they're signed by DJ Caipo. And, now we can all feel much closer to Kaipo. Like it's amazing, but it's like that interview really does I feel different about the guy. I'm sure it's biased,
Hey, he's your coworker now, right?
Right.
You guys, fin-
I'm sure I'm a little biased, but you know, it was cool to have him come on and just to like learn about him and know about him.
Mhm.
He got to write his chapter. Like no one, if he has been interviewed before, which I don't think he has, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Nah,
Nah.
but even on like an industry side of things, like him admitting that he had to kick some money down for like an E40 or even Busy himself. I mean, that's some real shit people don't know. Just because you guys are affiliated or whatever, favors don't just happen like that. Like you, business is business. And I really respected that he wasn't afraid to tell and not just be like, oh yeah, I called Bone and they just did the song. Like, no, it takes
Right.
a lot of work to make these things happen. Like,
Right.
yeah.
And that's normal too. Like I don't want people to think that that's abnormal behavior in the industry. People get paid for their work.
Yes,
Uh
definitely.
people get paid for their work. If you guys think that Bone didn't get paid to be on ASAP Ferg's album, you're wrong.
Right.
You know, so people get paid for their work. So when you do get those ones that you're not paid or you didn't have to pay for, right? Like it sounds like maybe Lazy, you know, and Crazy didn't charge him. It's like, you know, that's a blessing. Because people definitely get paid, even your homies, because this is work. So you know, I like that, like Cold was saying, number one, that he was okay telling us that, and number two, that he believes in the project so much that he didn't just say, well, fuck it, I'll just run with the guys I can get for free.
Right.
Yeah. He wanted it as bad as we do.
Yeah. I love that the fans are behind it too, behind that song.
and we got to see for sure the statement that money talks, because when he was talking about like how do I get busy on this track, money talks, and that's the big trick. If you're an aspiring artist and you're like, how do I get so and so on the album? It's like, what's your budget? And money talks. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
it,
Definitely.
and,
And like
and
he said, like he even mentioned, you know, you get into these situations where it's like you don't want it to go bad the first time because maybe next time, maybe there would be more of like, oh, you're good for it, I got you. But you don't want to just assume that just because you're affiliated that's, you know. So I definitely that's a definitely admirable thing. So shout out
Hmm.
to him again.
Indeed. And if you think about it, he by putting up the money to give it to the fans, that was like, he almost did a Indiegogo for the people to give us
Yeah.
Scared of the Thugs.
Right.
But it's priceless though, because like the way it turned out, he is the only one that could have done it like that. So he had to put money on it, but it's priceless.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey, to the fans, if you guys enjoyed Scared of the Thugs, do it up for DJ Caipo. At a minimum, go follow him on Instagram and the other social.
Yeah,
Was
man.
it Twitter? Yeah.
He was like, I hope they follow me. So, you know, if you're watching, whatever, make sure you follow him on IG, show him some love on Facebook. Uh, you know, I always say,
Book him
man,
for your wedding.
book him for your wedding. I can't believe no Bone fans getting married haven't booked Kaipo as their wedding DJ.
There was that one super collect. He got married on like East 99. Was
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Dog,
I forgot about that. That's
That
doing
to
too
me,
much.
that like I don't know, like you know, shout out to him and his wife. I don't know them.
Shout
I
out to
don't know
her
anything. Yeah,
mostly.
that's what I mean. I was gonna follow up with that. I don't know them personally, but if she wasn't a Bone fan, bless her. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Couldn't agree more.
We'll do this spin in a little bit. So if you're not a Skull and Crossroads Society member and you want to be, you should be able to join right on your screen. You should see a place where it says memberships or join. You should be able to do that. But if not, you can go to join.beyondtheharmony.com and it'll bring you to the join section. Right now, there's a 1 in 31 chance that you'll win a signed copy of Caipo Chronicles Chapter 1.
And speaking of fans, when we were at the house, we interviewed Cold and Cleva. I remember during Cleva's interview, I was like, man, Bone should have him on as like the Bone fan. Like that should be his occupation. And then this morning I wake up And I'm just scrolling like YouTube, and there he is, Thug Stories with the Life Entertainment. I'm like, all right, they figured it out. They got it. They got the perfect bone fan right there. So shout out to Cleva for
You know, it's funny. I don't even remember when he did that because, like I said, we go to so many events that if they come through Vegas or Cali or something, so I don't even remember when he did that.
he probably don't even remember.
He probably
doesn't
don't even
remember it.
remember when he did that. Yeah.
But that was funny, bro. It was really creepy for me because I'm like, man, how does YouTube know? Like, how did it know to push that? So,
Oh, it knows.
because it was like a year ago. It's not like it was like it just happened, right?
Right.
It found it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, man,
I
how does
want
it?
to say that that might have been the 30-year anniversary because that was
So,
last year already.
for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, the Life Entertainment does Thug Stories, where it's like fans they give their Bone origin story when they first heard Bone, why they like Bone, and the YouTube feed, Cleva, which is Cold's homie, he was on the front thumbnail for it, and it hit the feed today. It was crazy. So I sent it
Cold-blooded.
to our Voxer this morning to Matt and Cecil. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at it.
Cold-blooded, what do you think of Bone going on tour with Wu-Tang for the final chamber?
Man, as somebody who just had a lot of financial stuff going on personally, I just man, that is a hefty thing. And they're Bone is skipping Vegas, so I'm a little salty, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, it's pretty amazing for hip hop overall. I think that there is a lot of that classic rivalry spawning back up again though, which is so weird that it's always been there. Um and I don't know which side it comes from more. If it's like Bone fans trying to, just prove that Bone has always been as legendary as we say, or Wu fans saying that's not hip hop, they sing too much, or whatever the case. I'm seeing a lot of it, but it is a very special thing for hip hop. I really hope it gets pulled off uh without any hiccups. I'm already hearing, the obvious ones. Is Busy gonna be there? I'm hearing stuff like, is Method Man gonna be there? I'm hearing a lot of both sides, but I am definitely excited to see how it turns out because it is definitely a huge moment for hip hop, in my opinion.
Matt, was Method Man on the other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they'd all been there, right?
Yeah, for that.
I read that Method Man, I read that they rotate too sometimes, though, that obviously, things come up. Not every member can go, and some people are griping because of the prices and that it's advertised as like, just like Bone, all 5 live, but then, things happen. People have lives, people have kids, people have
Oh,
travel.
that group must be so
hiccups.
hard over the
9 people
years.
compared to the
Nine
5
fucking
Bone
people,
members. I mean, yeah,
right?
like,
And
yeah.
when ODB was alive and you still had Capadonna kicking around, we're talking 10 people trying to tour. Plus, just like Bone, they had their own Mo Thugs, right? I mean, Wu fucking
Oh, yeah.
Syndicate, the Killer Bee.
Killer
I mean,
Army, yeah, Killer Bees.
these
Yeah.
motherfuckers were pulling the shows with 200 fucking people.
I know Street Life chimed in for a lot of stuff that people wasn't making it for, and then I know right now Young Dirty Bastard is filling in for the ODB stuff.
He does a great job.
Oh yeah.
Not so much early in his life. I don't think he knew how to handle it. We booked him back in 2014.
Nice.
And he was a little bit of a handful to deal with. I don't think he realized he should be grateful for the situation that he was in at that point. But he,
Right.
Young kid. I think he's got a hold of it now. And if there was ever a kid that like it feels like it's okay that they're kind of like, just kind of filling the shoes of their parent, like he does it well. Like it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the other kids that do it, it's just like, bro, I don't need you to pretend to be your dad. But like it feels like that one is necessary. And he does it quite well.
I don't follow the Wu-Tang shows enough. I've seen a couple, but is because a lot of them got famous, like the RZA, Ghostface, Raekwon. I mean, obviously, Method Man is going to have his scheduling thing, but do the other guys?
What you don't know,
eventually miss
John,
too?
is like they had a TV show So like now, like they're all kind of known because they had
Yeah, everybody got like a big refresh. Like,
yeah. Yeah. So even the lesser known guys got that little TV show bump. So that did a lot for them.
Well, no, what I was wondering was like over the years, besides Method, was another one of them habitually missing because they had other commitments, or was it always like at least 8 of them? Like what's considered a Wu-Tang show, right? So for Bone, it's like we want to get at least
well,
4,
you know,
right?
ODB was like, you know, unfortunately, he had a lot of antics and stuff. Like
Yeah, he
I
was
guess
missing a lot.
he was missing a lot. Yeah.
I think there were times where like Ghostface and Raekwon I think weren't around. There were times too, right? There was that time frame where they've had a lot of shit. They got
Oh,
a
yeah.
very like
I know
parallel.
Inspect the Deck was like set to be the one to blow up before Method Man, but because his album got like flooded and all of that, he didn't get to drop his album. I know that was like a huge hit to their whole scheme. Like imagine if Heaven's Movie got ruined right before, and then we only got Thug Mentality. You know, that would have been
Well,
devastating. Like,
theoretically, that happened to El Burner, right? With the gift dropping on the same day. I guess it didn't
not
get
as
bumped back.
scale
Yeah.
because again, when Protect Your Neck dropped, everyone was listening to like Rebel Ends. Like they didn't get the
Yeah.
whole METHOD man effect yet because that hadn't dropped yet. Like, yeah, like
So is there a member of Wu-Tang that you know is always going to be at every show? Like I picture it being probably like
Ghostface.
you got
No,
and
it's
Master Killer.
Ghostface. It's
Also
Ghostface.
Ghostface holds it down for the W the most. Like he's at all of them. Okay,
I think him and
that's
what would you say, Cecil? Him and Raekwon are pretty
Well, they're like the fixtures.
yeah,
But
like they
like I thought there was that time frame where people were kind of mad at RZA, I think.
well, they tried to do New Rule and add Redman to the mix since he was already like Method Man's homeboy and always around. Like,
did you God make every show or does he vanish for no reason at all? Same with Master Killer. Like I couldn't imagine Master Killer and you God being like, oh, I can't make it. Like, are they consistently there? Are they also and what's the smallest Wu-Tang show that there's been other than a solo show? Obviously, they probably do solo shows, but when it's billed as Wu-Tang, was there ever like just a 3-man Wu-Tang show?
Well,
Could that even happen?
they've done some 3-man albums. It's like whatever their version of Bone
Yeah.
Brothers is. They've had
Oh,
like
really?
3-man Wu-Tang lineups before.
yeah, it's New Woo.
What was one of the? Do you know of any of the combinations? Because that's curious. I picture being like Raekwon, Ghostface, and Capadonna. Like I could see the 3 of them.
Well, Cap always is there, and then they'll get Method Man involved, and like I said, Redman, he kind of fills in, and then Street Life is always around.
There was an album. Fuck, I'm trying to remember who it was. It's just like 3 of them on the cover, and
Was it probably
Oh.
RZA, Jizza, Inspector Deck or something?
and I think that's the whole. thing. It's like
No, I think Jizz has been
it's like
pretty much
it's
like
like Rake-
solo for the most.
fuck. What is it, Matt? I feel like you're a Wu-Tang guy. You're not saying enough here.
That one is Inspect the Deck with Ghostface and Raekwon, I think. That one's like the newest one in like the offshoot type ones, but they all have the word woo in it, and that one I don't remember what that one's called, to be honest. It was cool. But it's all I think to me the delineation what's relevant is if it's original members. Like cuz of course they all have one because they might have got paid or needed to do one with an affiliate. And some of the affiliates are unbelievably good. But I don't remember the name. I listened to it when it
Woo
came out.
Massacre. Yeah, somebody mentioned Woo Massacre.
Yeah, that one's ancient though. That one's like a relic, priceless relic. But I think the one you guys are talking about is not that old, 3 or 4 years old, maybe.
I
Were
think
they ever
I
asked
think I was thinking of I think it's a Ghostface Killer album. It's the Iron Man one.
Well,
They did
Raekwon
like
and Ghost have been
they
they're
linked.
like friends, so they're on each other's albums and they're on the cover.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
Well, Iron Man
unusual.
literally has Raekwon and Capadonna like on the cover.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
starring Raekwon, like
Yeah,
Ghostface
yeah.
and
Like
Raekwon.
that
Yeah.
almost feels like. So I know they're
That
all
was
over
a
the album.
business. That was a business move. Like you said, that was like a Bone Brothers thing, but really early on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they do their own thing like that. The Wu-Tang brand. You know, I remember being a kid. It's so funny. I think I've talked about it on the show how when I was a kid, the school that I went to, Wu-Tang was on. That fucking logo was written on everything, and every kid, you know, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. And so I don't know if I was like a little anti Wu-Tang, you know, because all the kids around me were so Wu-Tang the fuck out that I was just like, nah, bro, you don't know about Bone Thug, you know, you don't know about Bone Bitch. But like, you know, I eventually got into Wu-Tang and shit. I like Wu-Tang. It's funny, like 36 Chambers wasn't like my Wu-Tang introduction. Like, I mean, yes it was, but it's not like what got me into them. Like Wu-Tang Forever is what really like got me to go, okay, fuck it, I'm bought in.
I was all Art of War by then, baby. No,
Yeah.
I was arguing with kids. No, when Art of War drops, fuck all that double album talk. Bones got this.
Yeah. It is pretty crazy when you think of a double album now to think of, you know, that wouldn't even be considered in today's landscape, putting out that many songs on one project. They'd be like, what a fucking waste
Yeah.
of time that would be. But back then it was like, oh, bro, you're going to nut up and put out 2 discs at once. Hope they're good.
Well, people's attention span now, when they do drop large projects, you see the drop off. Literally, the first few songs have like all these streams, and then by like the fifth, sixth, seventh song, it drops not even half, but almost like you'll see like 50 streams compared to like 1,000. Like it's crazy. Like people just don't have time for a 30-track album anymore. Like,
Did when E40 did the block brochure 1 through 6, did he drop all those all at once, or was it like once a month? Because I just woke up one day and there was 6 block brochure E40 albums.
I was still recovering from day shift, night shift, overtime. Like he had already did like a 6-part album before that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well,
I can't keep up.
he dropped those between 2012 and 2013, so they didn't all drop at once for sure.
Ah, okay.
But still, it's a lot to when you see it, you're like, wow, day shift, night shift, overtime. Then you got like 1, 2, 3, and
I
I'm like,
think he dropped 1 through 3 at one time, and then 4 through 6 at one time, which is still a lot.
That's so much, dude. Like 6 albums it is twice what the average rap artist's discography was back in the day. You know, if you got to just a third album, that was like, all right, man, you probably are a legend at this point.
Mo Thuggin', what up, man?
By the way, Cecil, did you ever see the UD Wu-Tang logo that we had on the yellow paper? You know, remember how you had like the pads of paper back in the day, and some were white, some were yellow, and it was Kano drew the Wu-Tang logo, but it was a U and a D. That was Lyrical Fusion before.
Oh, really?
Lyrical Fusion. Yeah, so we had a UD logo that looked like a Wu-Tang logo, and it looked fresh as fuck. Like I wanted to use it. It was that good. I'll send it to you. I still have a photograph of it somewhere. It was dope. So
Oh,
I was a Wu-Tang
I
first
probably
album.
do. As soon as I see it, I probably remember.
Yeah. And yeah, I was into their first album, but by the time Wu-Tang Forever came out, the East-West War was on, and I remember I used to ask people like if I was if we were in the SUV, you know what I'm saying? I was like, please don't put Wu-Tang Forever on because I'm probably gonna like it, and I don't want to like it. So that was that. I remember this one dude, he had 2 albums. He had Wu-Tang Forever and Bushwick Bill, Phantom of the Rapper. I'm like,
Pretty
Bushwick
good
Bill?
contrast there.
Yeah.
Eclectic taste.
Bushwick.
I
R.I.P.
just remember Art of War getting delayed, and it was pissing me off because everybody's talking about their favorite rappers are dropping these big old mega albums, and I'm like, you just fucking wait, because the commercial said you ain't Bone. Like Because when that "You Ain't Bone" like snippet dropped in that commercial, I was like, yeah, no, none of these motherfuckers are
Yeah,
gonna
and
top this Bone album with the fire logo. The logo's burning. There's warriors coming into battle, like because it was back then, like you said, the East Coast battle was at this height, and I was just like, I'm not worried about any of that because once Bone drops, I'm not gonna be listening to any of that. Like,
does an instrumental happen at the end of the "If I Could Teach the World" music video? You know, when the lightning comes,
Thug Love.
yeah,
that
Thug
Thug
Love,
Love comes
yeah.
on. Okay, and at the beginning, it's playing "You Ain't Bone." I
No,
think
No,
it's
that was
that's
Look Into
Look Into
My
My
Eyes.
Eyes.
oh, it's
Yeah.
my okay, okay, okay.
And then they're showing pictures of you don't know if it's 3-6, you don't know if it's Do or Die, and then they got the missing busy kind of thing going on. And it's like there's all these little innuendos going on. Great video. Great video.
How did you feel when they did that for so long, right? Where they would keep a busy verse in and they would do something like hold the picture up, which I always thought was kind of clever. And Look Into My Eyes. But how did you feel when they finally said fuck it and just like cut his verse out of home for the video?
I mean, that song was really long in itself. I love that song, but I didn't feel like it was needed if he wasn't there.
Who came up with all the freaking cool names for the Wu-Tang songs? Like they had songs like "Winter Wars," "The Mystery of Chess Boxing," "Fourth Chamber."
I don't know about the song specifically, but I do know RZA gets attributed with a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
There
video
are kung fu
games,
movies,
kung
John.
fu movies, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's just Crazy Bone with the cool songs, but it really ain't. They're just naming off kung fu film. Okay,
Or
damn.
lines or moves from the movies. Um, but they could be
Yeah,
mistranslated, because that's
my Shaolin
There
style.
there is like a deeper lore there. I think a more Wu-Tang like expert on that subject would probably tell you exactly where they get all their, because I know from playing like the video game and listen to the first couple albums, like the whole Chef and Iron Arms and uh Master Killer and the Razor and the Gene, those are all references to things like
What's
whether
Raleigh Noodles? I remember at the beginning of one of the songs, he goes, "Raleigh Noodles." This drum. I think it was on the Raekwon album.
but
It
again,
was
that's
like,
no different than Straight Jacket, Leatherface, Number One Assassin, the Ripster. I
oh,
mean,
so Raleigh Noodles was like a Wu-Tang like other name. I thought they
Pro-
named themselves after like
Probably. I
Marvel
know
comic
Method Man was
books.
calling himself Hot Nickels there for a minute or something like that.
Hot Nichols.
They call me
Hot
Hot
Nick-
Nicks, like, or something like
Is
that.
is
Like,
is there a Beyond the Harmony level Wu-Tang podcast out there?
I
that's a
don't think
good
so. I think I
question.
would have come across it in my ghost face
Are
journeys.
are we that unique that we're the only
Yeah.
podcast out there
We're-
that's built on one
Yeah.
specific fucking thing like this?
We just can't see it because we live in the eye of the storm and we think we're normal.
Again, I don't want to come
We're
off as a
insane.
woo hater. I don't want to come off as like a woo hater, but again, I do think the Bone fans have had this more like close knit community when it comes to our favorite group, whereas like Wu-Tang is always kind of discussed in hip hop as like these forefathers, but then it kind of all kind of breaks off into different. You got like your Ghostface fans, your Method Man fans. Then you got like, you got, the same way we have our like, oh, after album number 4 or 5, it's not as the magic isn't there anymore because RZA's not producing or whatever the case may be. Like, very similar.
I wonder
Yeah, I
what that
don't.
tour is going to be like. I want how much time you think they're giving Bone because they're openers.
I think Bone's going into enemy territory too. If a lot of these things are on the East Coast and it's going to be Wu-Tang fans, like I just don't see how these two styles blend. I mean, I know they're like the two last men standing rap groups, mega groups,
Well, we're
but
at a different time now. Like this wouldn't have worked back in the day at all. But
Yeah.
we're in like we're in the nostalgia effect now. So all the fans going to this shit are,
They've done festivals together, like Rock the Bells and Paid Dues and stuff. It's gone pretty well. It's
yeah.
more in the love of hip hop. Like,
Yeah. I think we're in the nostalgia era where you got to figure at the best case, people are in their late 30s, right? Most people going to these shows are probably going to be in their 40s and 50s. So, you can be more appreciative of this shit in that age bracket, I think.
Mm.
Even if you're a Wu-Tang fan and you're not like a super Bone fan, you'll probably, Bone will open and you'll be okay with this. I think I told you, like, one of the weirdest things, like, I went to see Bone, and I went to this TLC concert because Bone was opening.
Right.
And I just remember, like, it was clear. It was super clear who was a Bone fan, who was a TLC fan.
It's funny.
Versus was pretty, like, I think that if it wasn't in LA, I'm sure Matt can agree with me, like, if it wasn't in LA, it would have been a very different battlefield. If it was in the South, I don't know if the crowd hype would, with all the Southern features and everything, I think it would have been pretty hard to outdo that crowd. But because it was in LA, I think that really did, like, for crowd control, really helped Bone on the verses. Because when 3-6 was performing, a lot of LA was kind of like, yeah, that's not really our jam over here. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I
Because
wanna-
LA was never known to bump 3-6 that deep, back then, especially in the, like, because West Coast kind of kept to themselves for a long time. Like,
I bought the Master. I like actually bought it from the store. The Master Killer No Said Date album.
Said date, yeah.
Yeah, that track right there, No Said Date, No Said Date. That's my shit, man. That the instrumental for that. Dun, 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 dun.
No,
The only
he's
thing
super talented.
that kills me about the track is like he's killing it, right? Master Killer's just totally slaying the song. And then halfway through the second verse, he goes, "Nuff said." And then the song ends. Like, it doesn't end, but the song ends. It sounds like there still should be another half of a verse, and then maybe even a third verse. But he felt like, nah, I slayed this track so bad that I could just quit halfway through the second verse.
I think that's what he's saying. But they
Yeah.
like having a mystery, like leaving questions unanswered on purpose. You know what I mean?
That
It's part
was
of the mystique.
Yeah. I love Master Killer because he doesn't care if it rhymes. He just says whatever the heck he's gonna say, and that's it. And it sounds
It's still
cool.
eloquent though, even if it's not a traditional rhyme scheme.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now he's my favorite member of Wu-Tang Clan, just because it's the most unique, bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, Old Dirty's not here anymore, but so of the living guys, Master Killer.
Crep says both crews had legendary merch runs. How do you decide what to wear at this concert? Well, I think that's only a question if you're a fan and you're like, oh man, I'm as big of a Bone fan as I am a Wu-Tang fan. Besides that, I'm going to be wearing fucking Bone shit.
I'm gonna wear an Outcast shirt.
Yeah. There you go. That's the smart money. Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing all the Bone shit I can. It's gonna be clear.
Yeah, no,
I'm here
I
for
showed
Bone.
up to verses. I showed up to verses with the Bone bandana on my face and my Bone shirt and all that. Like,
Did
love
you see anybody
3-6,
there? Was anybody there with 3-6 and Bone attire, just to throw the whole thing off?
Well, they had shirts. They had Versus shirts that had
They had
both
the
people on
Versus
them.
shirts, yeah.
Yeah. I think
I
that was
think-
the easy way to be Sweden in that situation, was to wear the Versus shirt.
Oh, genius.
I hope Bone and Wu-Tang like make some marketing and advertising where it blends the two universes together. Instead of it just being we slap Bone onto this tour.
I think
I
that's
do
all it's
think
gonna
that,
be.
yeah, I do think it's their just special guest for their last tour, because this is supposed to be Wu-Tang's last tour.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only that, but it's like the final fucking leg. This thing's been going on since June of 2025. So this is like U2 level year-long tour.
Yeah. That's sad, man. So
And
I mean,
everywhere, the US, Canada, the Netherlands, France, Switzerland, Poland, United Kingdom, Australia, Japan,
this is their run for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that's what this
Yeah.
is. So we're gonna have to wait another year for Bone. Wu-Tang's gonna be in front. Who won it this year?
They're in the nominations, I think,
Was it Outkast that was this year, or was that last year?
last year.
And then Tribe Called Quest was this year, or the year before, last year. And then who's the nominee this year? I remember, is it Wu-Tang? I don't know.
No, I do think Wu-Tang is on the list. Somebody had posted it in the Discord.
Well, hey, to anybody listening, Lippy, along with Lib21, put together like a 7-part case for Bone Thugs and Harmony to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Krep said Wu is nominated this year. Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with Wu-Tang getting in before Bone, but after
I'm glad
Wu-Tang's
Bone's
in,
getting their Hollywood star.
yeah, indeed. But I hope that's not a consolation prize. You know,
Are we gonna try to go out to that? Everybody keeps asking, is why I'm asking.
is it this year? I hope it's next year.
It is. It's actually the day after my birthday. It's like July 8th or something. I might be out there.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm so busy this year.
Yeah, if it was next year, it might be possible. This year,
Because I believe that Busy actually put that on his where he's actually going to be at this year's schedule. I do believe it said Hollywood Star.
Here's the list of shows I'm going to this year. You ready? Mercules, Conway the Machine, Currency, Teddy Swims, Mumford and Sons, Lil Wayne, Ziggy Marley, Blues Traveler, Pitbull and Lil Jon, Wu-Tang and Bone.
Oh, you're going to Pitbull and Lil Jon,
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. When I saw that flyer, I know that I was just like, when is that ever gonna happen ever again?
Yeah.
Like never. Like
And listen, you could ask John. John's the only person that can tell you. And it's funny that I was pushing for Pitbull so heavy, but John, do you remember how heavy of a Pitbull guy I was? Not like dancing like pop Pitbull, who's now like super famous and rich, but like I loved Miami Pitbull. That I was like, yo, this guy can rap. Do you remember me pushing the Pitbull Miami agenda?
Yeah, and I was impressed that when he came out with Miami, he actually had what he was talking about in that song was accurate, and I was like, okay, I accept this guy right out the gate from this. And I remember you got to go. I don't know. I keep forgetting if I got this right, but when you went to Miami, Club Live was Pitbull performing? Did you get to see him perform?
I saw Pitbull perform in Miami in like 2010 or something. It wasn't at Live, but it was in Miami.
Okay.
And he killed it.
Oh, man.
Hey,
you had another trip to Miami, bro?
No. I'm saying
okay.
I'm saying it was that same trip. It just we stayed at the Fountain Blue, but he didn't perform at Live. We went somewhere else.
Okay.
Yo, seeing Lil Jon and Crazy Bone perform I Don't Give a Fuck at Versus blew my mind, because again, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen again, because Lil Jon doesn't even do those songs anymore. He's been in Vegas for years, but he just plays like high level club stuff, and he might throw a song or two in that he's currently on. But when it comes to like his list of classics, I've asked people, no, he doesn't do that stuff anymore. He's like moved on from that. And like, so when I saw them announce the shit with Pitbull, I'm like, oh, what are they gonna perform but the classics? Because they've got so many together. Like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
So wait, so what does he do now if he's not doing
He does like pool parties and big DJ events. Like, he's had residency here in Vegas for, I don't know if it's still currently, but for many years he was like doing these pool parties. And it's like, of course he's going to play like the LMFAO stuff, or maybe some of the like other more international stuff that like Lil Jon has produced. But like, it would probably be like a million years before you'd hear him play I Don't Give a Fuck. That's why I thought like at Versus, that was so rare that he was there, and he's on the Bone side. He wasn't with the South, he was with Bone. That was fucking great. That was a great look for them.
There's, speaking of reasons why Bone, I was watching Bone live. It was like old footage from 2016, and it's this one particular concert. I think they did such a great job. They looked happy together. It was all five, and they did Let the Law End live, Family Tree, and Crazy Bone did "Ride for Me" from Chasing the Devil. Like it had just come out, and he even had that guy Keith Brown, the guy that sings the "Ride for Me" on the chorus. He was even there performing it with them. And when I was watching it, like I
Arkanoa
just
with
saw
another $20 super chat.
nice.
Nice.
I was just I saw the lyricism, I saw the intricacy. I saw Bone in a different way. It was like I was watching it thinking, how the fuck does hip hop not see that these guys are killing it? These guys are dope. They like whatever the criteria is, somewhere in the 3,000 songs that they have, they fit every criteria, and it was just infuriating to see how good, and they were knocking it out. Like this is an actual good live performance. They didn't. This is before the pack it in era. They were there to please the crowd, to give it the raw, and just seeing that, I'm just like, what do we got to do around here to get a hamburger? Because
And again,
yeah.
this last October, like right at the end of 2025, that Lowrider show, Bone fucking snapped. I was disappointed they didn't do all shit, but all five of them snapped. I don't understand why that doesn't carry over to like more like it's really odd to me because like they still, man, they still got the shit. They still like I really hope this tour pops off. When's the first date?
Cecil has it.
Bone and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
It's like September.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's coming later. I know that.
Okay. Okay.
Did TLC perform Something Wicked This Way Come? And did Andre 3000 show up out of nowhere to do the?
Andre didn't show up, but I'll tell you this. Okay, TLC was phenomenal. Okay,
That's what's
I
up.
believe it.
they were phenomenal. It was kind of weird because I was like, what the fuck? Like Bone was like a true opener. It was like it was all dark. There was no lights for Bone. They had like the Bone logo on one little fucking screen, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck, right? And then like, dog, and then it turned into the fucking Grammy Awards, and it was like, bro, fucking quadruple platforms and dancers and lights everywhere. I was like, bro, we couldn't have given Bone like a little bit of light, like just a little. Like they performed in darkness, you know. I just couldn't believe the staving difference between their sets. Not that I thought that they should have like that level, but like I was like, bro, just a little bit. And I'm guessing that it's going to be a similar situation. I'm guessing it's going to be a similar situation on this Wu-Tang tour. And that's what I was looking forward to on Thuggish Ruggish Mafia tour. Was I was like, yo, this looks like Bone's gonna get one more tour where it looks like, you know, you remember like the Art of War tour, you know, where they had the big skull and it was like, this is a Bone tour. So I was like, oh, we're gonna get one more tour where it's like, this is about Bone. Even if they did the same thing for 3-6, like they're not gonna look like openers. Even if 3-6 wouldn't, I know everybody surmised that like Bone was gonna be the headliner of that tour, which is crazy to me. I thought for sure 3-6 would be the headliner of the fucking thing. But no matter who it was, you know, I was like, okay, they're gonna give them equal treatment here. In fact, Tech Nine's gonna be like the opener. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it. But you know what was crazy about the TLC shit is, bro, I can't remember what song it was, but they had a Left Eye verse fucking play, and the crowd was singing this Left Eye verse, like rapping this shit like Tupac had just come back, bro. Like, I was like looking around, and I am just watching these motherfuckers, and they are just like, I was like, whoa, bro, this is serious. Like, I'm inside of something that I don't understand right now. You know, like this is like, you know, I'm a guest in a situation I don't really get. You know, but it was cool. Like I was just eating it up. But like, you know, it would be like, you know, it'd be like a non-Bone fan going to something of ours and just experiencing something that only we understand. Like whatever that verse was, because it wasn't like, you know, Waterfalls or some shit.
I bet you it was You Know What's Up. It was Left Eye with Donnell Jones.
I don't know what it was. I just know when the verse came on, like the fucking beat kind of dropped out and the crowd rapped the whole fucking thing. And I was like, okay, I
Was
see.
it the ladies' night?
Nah,
Was it the ladies' night first?
Revert to
Hey,
me
that-
saying I don't know.
Hey, well, I'll just say this, man. I brought up that, you know what's up? That Left Eye performance in the music video is like, to me, the most iconic female rapper shot ever for a music video. Left Eye, what a shame, bro. She had that album on Death Row. Like you can hear the unreleased versions. It's actually pretty dope. I like it. Hey, funny story, real quick from the Discord. So, you know how we've always been trying to find out different fans when they pop in, like what made them like the late bloomers or the strange ways that you get into Bone. Most people came in through Thuggish Ruggish or they came in through Art of War or the Crossroads. But what about these other things? So there's somebody, Astros fan, UK,
August
became
27th in New York is when it kicks off, by the way.
nice.
Nice.
So Astros fan UK, he became a Bone fan, but not as a Bone fan first, as a Crazy Bone fan from the Oz soundtrack. He heard Shackled Up and then found out that Crazy Bone was from a group because he wasn't from the United States. And he found out that Crazy was in a group, Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then he was like, yo, he's got a whole group. So anyway, that's pretty funny or interesting. We finally found somebody that, because we had pondered years ago that were there any fans that became Bone fans from the solo music? And now we know for sure there is one. And it's not even from a Crazy Bone album, it was from a soundtrack.
That's the strangest one.
Crept, it wasn't a verse from Waterfalls. I would have known that. I know Waterfalls. I actually, you know what was crazy was, I can't remember what they did, but they fucked something up during Waterfalls. Like they changed the beat or something happened. They didn't play her verse. Something happened where like I was expecting that moment to happen during Waterfalls and it didn't. So I can't remember. It was some song that I didn't know. I know all like the big, you know, the TLC songs that everybody would know. Yeah, they
did. Do their first album? Like, would they still do "I Ain't Too Proud to Beg" and all that stuff from? Because it felt like they kind of like became more classy on the second album, "Crazy Sexy Cool." Do they actually did back to? I guess
I don't know. This was so long ago now too. I don't remember.
You're like, bro, I'm not listening to R&B girl group, man.
Yeah, well, and on top of that, like I just I don't remember when that was. What year was that?
Oh, I remember when you went. It was around the time. I think it was around the time. No, it was actually like 5 years ago. I think it's 5 or 6.
Wasn't that long ago?
Yeah, it feels like 5, 6 years ago.
COVID. Like,
it was when you made the Thugs Cry video. It was right around that time.
Yeah, that seems right.
Now, as far as Tiny Desk goes, how do you think it would be for Bone to do a Tiny Desk? I know it's probably been brought up a gazillion times, but like I just recently saw De La Soul was on Tiny Desk, but I found out at that point I didn't know that Plug 2
September 17th, 2021.
Okay,
Nice.
5 years ago.
Now all you weirdos that want to stalk me can look up that date and find out where I was in September of 21. I was traveling, by the way. I don't live there.
Hey, John, a Bone Tiny Desk, I think, would be like, so you know how people were kind of, I would say, a little kind of like thrown off by the set list of verses?
Yeah.
I think some of those slower, more harmonic songs would do so much better at like a Tiny Desk situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And they could do things that they normally wouldn't do at a live show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I bring it up because so De La Soul did a Tiny Desk recently, and I'm not saying that like I'm a crazy De La Soul fan, but I've watched them since 1988. I didn't know that Plug 2 died, and so it was just two of the guys from De La Soul. I'm like, where the heck is Plug 2? And then I'm looking in the comments, and it's like saying, you know, R.I.P. I'm like, what? He died? That dude died? And so, you know, I want all five. I'm hoping all five live forever, but let's do the Tiny Desk before, you know, before De La Soul
I've
happens.
seen some really good Tiny Desks over the years. I mean, even Charlie Wilson, Juvenile, even the Clips rocked the shit out of their fucking Tiny Desk.
Clips
Like,
Tiny Desk was good. Wu-Tang's Tiny Desk was really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Scarface. The Scarface one.
Scarface one was really good. Yeah.
And that's when I realized like Scarface is, I mean, he's dope, but his producer, that dude that made all of his beats, that was right there playing all the music with him, that guy's a big part of Mr. Scarface's
If y'all ain't
success.
watched Charlie Wilson's though, bro,
Seen that
on
was dope.
something,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just super dope. Like I don't know what it was about it, but that shit stuck out to me. But yeah,
Kane's was good.
Bone
Tech
would
Nine.
kill it. If Bone did even Mr. Ouija or like fucking Me Killer and brought that back at a tiny desk, folks would lose their shit.
Little Get a Wine
Oh man,
live.
Hydro Live, yeah,
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
That if they did it and if they killed it, like let's say they really killed it with all these,
That could put
acapella kind
Bone
of,
back up to like
yeah.
where, yeah, yeah.
Like that could, and that's where the resurrection, not the BTNH, but like that could really create a viralness if
Hell,
they
even that song, Paper Paper, with all five of them at the tiny desk, those are good. The interleaving hooks, like those interweaving hooks, like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I guess for the chat, what track would you want to see most performed with the concept of the setting for Tiny Desk performed there? And obviously, they'd have to get like, it seems all the Tiny Desks have their own little band of like local band players that all have a unique that create like unique twists to the music that weren't there on the originals. But when you have these like new instruments in there, it gives like
Well,
this
who's those guys that were doing those like ukulele with Lazy Bone or like
bass and bars and
yeah, those guys. You can
yeah.
bring those fucking guys. They were killing it.
I don't know why Bone didn't keep doing those. The ones that Crazy did, the ones that Lazy did,
Yeah,
those
those are really good.
really well received. Like I
Yeah.
think everybody that saw it was like, "Yo, this is." And I did notice that fans really like to see the Bone members, perform their stuff a cappella, even if it's busy just doing it for a couple seconds in his lives back in the day, or Lazy Bone doing something or Crazy Bone doing something. They should do more of that because it really hits. It lets people hear, the lyrics better
All right.
and without the instrumentals and stuff, and to see like their mouth up close doing it at a slower tempo.
Let's give away a Caipo confessionals.
Oh yeah, forgot all about
Getting-
that.
I'm getting gassed from being sick, so I want to make sure we do this.
Round and round to
I
go.
don't think we got anybody new, so but that's all right because we
I think
ordered.
someone joined today, Cecil.
Yep, yeah, I got them in there. They joined at the beginning. Yeah, we ordered 5 copies. One of them is mine, so we're gonna have 3 more to give away.
There's 5. Well, there's 5 here minus yours, so 4.
Yeah, right, exactly. So there'll be 3 more after this. If everything goes to plan, April 10th we'll be interviewing Lazy Bone, and that's
Yeah.
2 weeks from today, and we will
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Can you believe we used to do this every Thursday till the season was over?
Hey, this even has a little bit of the "don't give props to the devil" in the spine here. I mean, as much as it could be, it doesn't have a cryptic message. It says Lazy Bone, Harmony House Entertainment, Mo Thugs, BSTMF present, and then it's got the Caipo logo in the
It's such bone shit to put something there, though. John and
Yeah.
I did that in every CD we released forever because it was like, yo, you got to use everything.
God, bro. Always it's 79 minutes on a CD. 79:40.
All right, well, we got 31 entries. Let's shuffle them up real quick.
Crep said the wheels on the spin go round and round.
That's
Hey, Caipo pointed out the wheels on the bus.
He's funny.
Well, he's definitely reading the fans because man, they would not let up on that shit on Facebook. I swear to God.
Twinkle, twinkle.
I
Fly
love
high.
dog. I don't know if you guys pay attention how much I've posted. Like, I bet that song here. Let's pull up my Stats FM real
Road
quick.
Nights is a great song. Road Nights is a great song.
All right, let's look at my Stats FM real quick.
I wish it was longer.
Road Nights has finally dropped down to number 4 in my last 4 weeks, and is number 3 overall in my last 6 months.
Hey, on some Beyond the Harmony shit though, I know John was probably really excited with so many different topics, but before you spin this off, man, a throwback to that old episode where you guys were trying to figure out what Zawiski meant.
Oh yeah.
Chip the Ripper finally got lazy to spill the beans and say it as it is.
And I'm hoping that that question got inspired. I hope the guy that asked it saw the Buddha Lovers episode of the 30th anniversary retrospective series that we did, the 18 videos that RC Thugster had written, because he points that out, the whole Swiski thing, and
Yeah.
has a little side thing on it. So like in my mind, just for ego, or not even ego, just for the, for the lore, I just hope the video we did impacted that, down the ripples that it but if not, I'm not taking that away from him, and it's cool that he had the opportunity to ask Lazy that. If not, we would have done it in 2 weeks. But
Well, it's
yeah.
just cool to know that it was like a Cleveland thing, and so of course we wouldn't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it just got that deep to where it's like you would have just had to be there to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, actually, maybe it wasn't that video. Maybe it was on we did that the Ride the Rita video from Busy's verse in first of the month. Ride the Rita, hop on the 10 to declare. I don't know if you've seen that video, but I broke out the map, showed the Rita, the RTA, that's the Ride Transit Authority of Cleveland, and like had all the different stops and shit. And hop on the 10 actually goes to St. Clair, and it goes down not 99th, but I think it's St. Clair Avenue or something. So anyway,
Let's spin this goddamn wheel.
let's do it. Round and round it go. What?
Shuffle it a couple more times. John, did you see the wheel? I know you always get happy about the colors.
What? It's not on the screen, but yeah, I do love the wheel.
It is on the screen.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, you must be.
You know what? I got to refresh my screen, man. It's so delayed.
Yeah, sometimes you got to hit the little live button on YouTube.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So and I want to, oh man, look at that. You got the Caipo thing in the middle. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Caipo Chronicles, man. And I just want to give a shout out to the Splack Pack from Palm Beach County. That's when I say round and round and go, that's from Splack Pack. It's from Scrub to Ground. If you guys don't know Scrub to Ground by the Splack Pack, it's a classic. It's a South Florida classic. Palm Beach County, PBC.
Spinning it up. Let's go.
Round and round and go. What? There we go. Oh, look. Oh, man.
I thought it was going to be Jordan Corey. It's Linda McKinney.
Linda McKinney.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Linda McKinney.
I hope you're here.
Linda McKinney. Do I have any extra copies of Simulation Theory to pack in there?
Linda, I don't know. You know what? It's Capo night. It's Caipo night, Capo. It's Caipo night. Maybe we should do two.
Oh yeah, let's do two.
We'll do Linda. We'll say, because what? We had 5. Mine left 4, 3. We're going to do one on lazy night. So Linda just won. Let's remove Linda.
Move Linda, and you guys got like
So
mere
how does
seconds.
Linda contact us?
Well, Linda, beyondtheharmony99@gmail.com.
There you go.
If you want to claim your Caipo Chronicles,
Caipo Chronicles.
Yeah,
Chapter
of course
1.
she wants to claim it. What do you mean if?
You know,
Get your
I hope
Caipo
you're
Chronicles.
watching. I hope you're watching, Linda. I've never seen you comment on anything.
And if anybody wants to get in on this spin, you got mere seconds. Mere seconds. While Cecil removes Linda from the thing.
It's too late, Linda.
Get on the too late. Round and round and go. What? Uh-oh. Was it? Who do we got? Enoch's Network. I think Enoch won before.
I think Enoch's won before. So Enoch,
Nice.
you just won as well. So Linda and Enoch have both won tonight. beyondtheharmony99@gmail.com. Send us an email letting us
With
know
your
that
address.
it's you. You got to send your address, just a screenshot of your account so we can validate that it is your account and not somebody just trying to false claim. So just a little screenshot of your YouTube account and your address. And we will send you both out a copy signed by DJ Caipo, Chronicles. Boom.
Boom.
Just like that. Yeah, man. This is a good night. Cold blooded. You got anything else before we let you go?
Nah, good shit, guys. Good kicking it with y'all again. Great night.
Yep.
Yep.
Indeed.
I will definitely catch y'all next time.
Absolutely.
Show some love for cold blooded in the chat.
Boom.
It's become like our fifth dog, you know.
Forever the fifth dog.
You know, cold blooded's kind of like our flesh and bone now. There's opportunity for cold blooded out there.
Oh yeah.
If he would just,
Cold and clever. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah, he could just grab the fucking brass wheel, brass ring. I'm sick as fuck. I'm saying crazy shit, dog.
Well, hey, I just want to let you two guys know, Cecil and Matt, that there's people volunteering to start doing these questions of the week if you ain't about it. So we gotta get on this these questions of the week at someday when you get healed up.
As long as we schedule it, I'll be there. Shout out MoThuggin00. Can't wait to share the pic of the only set of Caipo CDs. They think they are the only one with all three. That's sick.
That must be who Caipo was talking about, right? That he was like really wanted a
Is
copy
that you?
of
MoThuggin00?
Yeah, he was saying in the interview that there was somebody that really wanted the Diego to Los Angeles. And
Actually, yeah. Shout out again, Caipo. Bought a label maker and printed new CDs just for this fan. Like who would do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
that's awesome, dude. Part of Caipo, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Props to Caipo once again. Follow him on Instagram and all of his socials.
Okay.
And get okay, well, that's dope. That's Jordan Court. Okay.
I can't keep everyone's name straight. My bad.
Yeah, it's too hard for me. I don't know who's who.
Yeah. Actually, not my bad. I don't apologize. I don't need to keep everyone's name straight on multiple platforms.
Yeah. You guys not having the same name on YouTube that you have on Discord is awful.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
But it's kind of funny when you put one on one together, you see the personalities match.
That's lippy shit, actually. Sorry. Like I don't care.
Friggin'
I just want to know who you are so I can like talk to you.
Yeah, Andy with 50 million numbers after his name. He's also in the Discord, and it's the same dude in both. So always makes his voice heard, and I think that's pretty cool.
Bro, can we just appreciate how nice Matt's fucking new camera looks?
Yes, dude. Matt, you look beautiful today, man. I just want to let you know, bro. And you got the lighting perfect.
That's the first thing I said to him when I got in here. I was like, fucking hey, Matt. I was like, your camera looks great.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Little this, little that.
It looks good.
Yeah. When we start, the sun is up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I have my lighting on before the sun goes up because I can't like stop during the show and like change the lighting. So you get daytime Matthew, and then you get after hours Matthew if you stick around long enough.
So Matt got the new camera, and then I masterminded this skeleton avatar, and I made John relentlessly sit through hours of me getting this right to make this work.
Avatar, that's not really you, though?
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw you in Florida.
Yeah, similar. Roughly the same size.
What they can do with AI.
I obsess over the fingers, like on the side here. I just keep looking at the skeleton fingers. They're so amusing to look at. Those little fingers.
The clicking.
No, it's very human and mannerisms, for sure.
Yeah. I was prompt heavy with this little fucker.
But hey, the time we spent on that, I made it work. That's when I extracted all the text from the screenshots, the photographs you sent me. So it was time well spent, because that wound up being the next 2 weeks of daily Beyond the Harmony material. You guys still have another week's worth of releases of that coming out.
Oh, you just didn't see between takes. That the original cigar got put out and I lit a new one.
Nice.
So.
Nice.
Well,
and in the future, looking forward to knocking out those archaeologies with Lib21 and using that new intro you made.
Dog, the intro's so good.
Yeah.
I can't believe we shared it privately in the Discord, and somebody fucking Somebody hated on it, gave it a
Hated
thumbs
on it.
down.
Well, this is my thumbs down to the thumbs down.
Somebody fucking gave it the thumbs
I love
down.
it.
And it was only shared in our Discord, some fucker.
Ooh.
Come on,
Two
dog.
thumbs down. What do you think about that? Two of them.
Come on.
The internet is amazing.
dog.
Well, I'm going to check out Deep House. Also, somebody recommended for Johnny Boy to check out Deep House to go with his chill step. So, going to check that. Going to check that Art of War Eternal mashup. Going to check out the House Boys, House Brothers, House from Cold. And I might even check out some Cold Blooded tracks too over the weekend.
Let me see if I can share it. Let me see if I can show everybody this.
You might like Deep House while you're working, John.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to play everybody this. Everybody in here has probably already seen it, but John wanted a BT&H archaeology intro video for his BT&H archaeology segments. So we kind of, I was like, all right, bro. I was like, look, if you do this, I can do this. Came up with like little trade-off. Let's see if it plays.
Brush the dust off his jewel case. Fading. Still shout the names. Bone thug archaeology. Brushing off the dirt on my memory. Every chorus like a bone that was meant to be. Bone thug archaeology. In the basement, cardboard crates, cause there's tapes and broken cases. Every tape hiss, whispered fame. Bone thug archaeology. Digging through the layers of my history. Every harmony a clue.
Yeah, man, I love that fucking thing.
That shit is fire, bro. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna use that whole thing for every single episode, but that shit is dope, man. The song, I don't know how. It's probably like a lot of people hate on AI with Bone. I don't know why, man. We're getting Blaze is making us videos for videos that are never gonna happen by Bone, and AI is allowing us to do cool stuff like this. That song is so Mo Thugs, bro. That's it's glorious.
Yeah, I know the song didn't grab you at first, but you know what? I love the little song, the little Mo Thugs flip.
Yeah, bro, absolutely. The Mo Thugs flip, the visuals, how crispy clear those visuals were, and then I even like that the regular version too that had the cinematic music. I wanted it to become like an actual Bone BT&H archaeology like TV show or mini movie. digging up the stuff. So
Yeah.
Also through this whole process, bro, our little FBI files thing is we got some new equipment to utilize to make this even cooler than we thought. But BT&H archaeology, be on the lookout for that. I'm starting to tap out too there, big C-dubs. Props to you for making it this far tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm sick as fuck. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that did super chats tonight. Caipo, knock on wood, the big Harmony House boss. He already signed off, but I like to get a triple okay, so hopefully he okays it. If he does, tomorrow we'll start promoting for April 10th. We'll be here with Lazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's been a long 8-year run trying to get a member of Bone Thugs on, and now here we are. Member of Bone, and the craziest, hey man, let me just tell you, I got a couple Harmony House chains I've been wearing everywhere, okay? Like, we in it to win it right now,
Yeah.
I've been talking to Lazy Bone so much that it's bizarre sometimes. I'm like, have I been talking to Lazy Bone on the phone for 45 fucking minutes? Fuck is going on? The fuck is going on here right now, So, and very conversational. So I'm looking forward to the interview. If you want to help on the interview, make sure you're part of the Discord. There's a whole section in our Discord where you can drop Lazy Bone questions. I'm gonna drop that ability at the BT&H board as well. Probably tomorrow. So that's fingers crossed. 2 weeks from now, We'll have El Berna here on Beyond the Harmony. We'll be finally interviewing a member of Bone after 8 years. What a fucking journey. Shout out to everybody that was here tonight. Shout out to Caipo for coming through and dropping a great interview with us and just showing love. Don't forget, if you won in the Spin the Wheel, Spin the Block, Skull and Crossroads Society, beyondtheharmony99@gmail.com. Send us your address. Until next time, my name is Cecil Sick Ass West, rocking with the one and only
Johnny Juanito Lippy.
He is the co-host in Coast to Coastin'. Come up, creeper, never sour, always sweeter, ladies and gentlemen.
I am Matthew Weaver.
And it is that time. Feenics Ryzin, bring us on home.
Beyond the